Welcome everybody. Good to see 52 people here before I've even started. We're still listening to music and there's 52 people here and there's $10 in the door. Rude Cunt Crab brings in the first dono. He says, about fucking time, asshole. Echoing the sentiments of, I know everybody basically who's interacted with me on YouTube. About time, asshole. And first dono of the stream gets bombs.
When you hear the sirens or anti-aircraft guns, you must get under cover at once. You're in the open with no cover, lie down. The most important rule of all is never to stand staring at the sky. If you don't take cover, you may get hurt.
First dono of the stream, but hopefully not last. Also, I saw that 10th man rated. Thank you, 10th man. Welcome, Raiders. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, pull up a seat and sit around. We're going to go over some things here. As you can see at the ticker at the bottom, let me put this disclaimer out there. I'm just a douchebag in a cowboy hat with a YouTube channel, trying my best to be sleuthy and piece things together and try to figure out what I think might be happening. I don't actually know what's going on ever. But I can speculate. And for some reason, it's not showing up in StreamYard, but I can see over in YouTube that Tootie Bug just donated 5 Powder Dusty memberships. Thank you, Tootie Bug. So if you do send in a dono, if you give some memberships, and I don't acknowledge them immediately, please be patient with me for whatever reason. It looks like we're going to have one of those StreamYard nights where I have to keep checking back and switching back and forth manually. All right. So first things first, let's just lay the groundwork a little bit. I think most people watching are probably aware of a couple lawsuit rumors swirling in the ether around Andrew Wilson. The first one that actually is for sure happening is that Sarah is suing Andrew for a number of things. We'll get into those charges in a second here. What's been interesting to me is that since the lawsuit was filed, Andrew seems to be talking a lot about lawsuits, but not about this one. He keeps talking about, oh, he might sue this chick for saying something, or for actually directly quoting him, but he's saying it's out of context or whatever, but not addressing. He keeps talking about a speculative lawsuit, but not the one that is actually for sure happening. For some reason, he's pretty quiet on it. Rob Knorr, co-defendant, pretty quiet on it. Actually dead ass silent about it. So for those who are not aware, let me pull up the summary that we've looked at before here, just to kind of prime it. New suit, defamation, Wegman versus Wilson. That's Sarah, the Raging Tomato, in Maryland. We'll be looking at some laws from Maryland. The plaintiff, Sarah, the Raging Tomato. Defendants, Andrew Wilson is listed twice for some reason, probably because he's the headliner. But Andrew Wilson, Rachel Wilson, Rob Knorr, Crucible Media Group. Everybody getting it. Then the claims, contract and quasi-contract claims, defamation, privacy claims, tortious interference, all that stuff. And so the summary here says, Andrew Wilson hosts the Crucible podcast and other defendants were hit with a defamation suit. And this is, again, an AI summary. So, you just take it for what it is, right? Like it may or may not be entirely well done, the summary. But he was hit with a lawsuit February 18th. So that's been what? Over a month and a week now that since this has been filed. And as far as I'm aware, very, very little talk about it. A whole lot of talk about trying to sue some chick in England for defamation because she quoted him. Sounds, and he might sue her, but very little about this that is actually happening, whether he likes it or not. The action was brought by Flood Law on behalf of Sarah Wegman, an online debate moderator who uses the persona Raging Tomato, who alleges that Wilson made numerous false accusations against her during a December 25 live stream, including claims that she had been engaging in prostitution and posting photos of herself nude online, resulting in her losing approximately 5,000 subs and a $4,000 monthly contract with Enlightened Network. The complaint seeks over $150,000 in compensatory and punitive damages for alleged defamation, invasion of privacy, emotional distress. The case number is there. Ta-da. So, given that all parties involved have been pretty hush, I took it on myself to do some sleuthing and try to piece together what I think may be going on. So the first thing I'm going to do is read you some laws. Now, these are the laws in Maryland where this case originates. I'm going to read you the definition of defamation. Pay attention to this, because it'll be important in a minute, because we're gonna look at some clips after we lay the groundwork. So pay attention to this. If you want to jot down some keywords, feel free, although you will not be tested on them later. Defamation is false statement of fact published to a third party exposing plaintiff to scorn / hatred / contempt / ridicule or harming reputation. So false statements, in my opinion, again, I'm just trying to piece things together as an internet douchebag. A false statement would be, say, prostitution, or a good one would be the Andrew made claims that the pictures were nudes when they in fact were not, right? Definitely exposed Sarah, the third party, to scorn, hatred, contempt, all that stuff. Invasion of privacy or false light. Publicly placing the plaintiff in a highly offensive false light before the public. Tortious interference with economic opportunities. Intentional / wrongful interference with the plaintiff's prospective economic advantage / business relationships. I think that was pretty on the nose. The contract with Enlightened Entertainment jumps right out at me. Gross negligence. Reckless disregard of manifest duty or consequences. Thoughtless indifference. So, basically being reckless with your words. And also, the final law that I want to read to you is extortion in Maryland criminal law. So I don't know how this would come into play with a tort claim, but it is worth noting that extortion here, a person may not obtain, attempt to obtain, or conspire to obtain money or value by consent induced by wrongful threat of force or violence, economic injury, immigration misuse, or reporting immigration status. So, where would that come into play? Well, when the fallout first happened between Andrew and Sarah, there was a big talk of this $10,000. Basically, Andrew said, if you want back in my good graces, you need to pay Rob Knorr $10,000. And Rob Knorr happily parroted that. In fact, Rob Knorr even made a stream called Sarah Owes Me $10,000. So let's that should prime the pump for us a little bit. Now let's look at a few clips that are relevant. How about that? That are relevant in my opinion.
Was strategizing with them, telling Dusty he should come talk to me. They all came over, started trolling. Sarah's there yucking it up. The leader of the panelverse. She runs the panelverse from behind the scenes. When she's helping direct them to come over and troll me, Sarah joined Dusty's panel where they discussed how to come over and troll me. I didn't know that they were all having a little collective gathering on Dusty's channel with Sarah, strategizing on how to come fuck with me. It was a big, hey, we're all going to powwow and we're going to live stream as all of us go over and troll. And Sarah was right there. But then behind the scenes, she's the leader of the panelverse. And she's sitting there while Dusty and his little buds talk about how to fucking troll me. Sit around in their little fucking powwow, coming up with plans, how come over and talk to me and troll with me. Fuck her. She was on there for like 3 hours while they all had a little powwow about how to come troll my channel, until they talked themselves up enough that one by one they kept coming in trolling me. I mean, this is just going back. This is the 6 hours and 45 minutes. Sarah's on there. This Flo guy called in. Let's see how far going back. So Sarah raids in. That's at 5 hours 32 minutes, and then she joins. There, she's there now. 5:37. Look at this. 5:37. There's 1 hour. 6:37. Sarah's still there. There's still 2 hours. Now they start after 2 hours. Now they're calling in trolling me. Here they all are from their panel. See, here they are. Now we're going to call in. Here's a guy calls in to troll. There's the next guy calls in to troll. There's the next guy calls in to troll. Sarah's still there. Yeah. Now we're going on hour 3. They're coping about me, coming up with strategy. Well, hey, they're watching more shit. Hey. Now, I didn't go through this whole thing. I didn't go through it all. I didn't go through this. I'm sure there's.
Let me just real quick, we'll take a pause and let me read invasion of privacy / false light, publicly placing plaintiff in highly offensive false light before the public. Also, defamation, false statement of fact, published to a third party. False statement of fact being that she's scheming and conniving behind the scenes. Published to a third party, YouTube, exposing plaintiff to scorn, hatred, contempt, ridicule, those things. I might point out that, hell, it seems like I might be a victim of that as well.
So much fucking shit. But who knows if I went through the whole fucking 3-hour video with other bullshit she's saying. I don't know. I went through 5 minutes. I just happened to tune it on, and Sarah was talking about the power of the panelverse. If you're moderating a debate and one of the person brings in big numbers and big audience for you and the other doesn't, there's going to be an impediment to sort of, or not impediment, there's going to be an incentive to sort of be like, I'm sort of going to favor the person that brings me in big money. Okay, fine. It's hard to be totally impartial. I don't even think that's necessarily a bad thing. Fine, great, no problem. Sarah, it seems, has an in-group preference. Let's put it that way. That's what it seems like. So whatever her decision may be, she's going to favor them mod-wise, and she's going to treat other people different. There is zero fucking possibility that if it was Andrew Wilson calling in to debate Connor, that he would have been treated the same way as me. A lot of her audience, her growth is probably because of Andrew, and that's perfectly fine and reasonable. But don't act like I'm a fucking asshole for noticing that I'm being treated like a fucking doormat. I don't give
You are an asshole.
Give a fuck anymore. Fuck you, Sarah. You fucking Jerry Springer host wannabe motherfucker. You suck. You're fucking garbage. Your moderating skills suck. The truth is, you like Dusty, so you're gonna kiss his ass. That's the fucking truth. No one's intimidated by you and your fucking cretins. You're garbage. That's the truth. You fucking coward. She's got to treat Andrew good because he's big. But for someone like me, if I'm going up against a left winger that she thinks is useful, well, yeah, Sarah, that's in.
So again, let me pause and point out that these clips are from the day after Sarah was on my panel. So what he's doing here is he's spinning a narrative in which Sarah is colluding behind the scenes with people to shit on him and then presenting it as, what did he say? Absolute. I don't remember how he phrased it, but he phrased it pretty strongly just a second ago. Again, Sarah, back to the case, to the law.com. Sarah, the host of and moderator of an online debate platform. So what he's doing is he's creating this fantasy that basically says she's crooked. She's a crooked cop. This is a bad referee.
Interesting guest on someone else's show. You're right. I guess there's a certain amount of respect that's due there. You also should give a little respect to the guest on your show. Not just kick Dusty's ass because he's part of your little crew, or kiss Connor's ass because, I don't know, because you need lefties to come on. But you're going to treat me like dog shit? That sort of makes sense.
And the fact of the matter is, Rob's just not as important as he thinks he is. You're just not, Rob. I've told you this before. I'll tell you it again. You want to be treated like Andrew Wilson, but you don't bring that Andrew Wilson viewers. You don't. People don't care about Rob Norwood as much.
Sense.
It's okay, Rob. People don't care about the Powder Dusty as much either.
Why, when I'm on the panel with Sarah and Dusty's just screaming over me and shit, she just lets it go? That's because Sarah likes Connor. That's because Sarah likes Dusty. Understand that you rely on the talent of others for your fucking channel success. At least with Radical Coder or Dusty, they're the ones doing the fucking work for their channels, albeit if they're successful or not, but not you. She's not professional. She's a fucking little clique. She thinks she's running a little clique. She's a terrible fucking moderator. She fucking sucks. She sucks. Like so many of these other panel. When I go to Speakeasy's panel, it is fun. It's much more fun. And he's someone who's actually entertaining and talented on his own rights. What's Sarah bring to the table? Dog shit moderation, sitting back and letting other people debate while she sits there and does nothing. And I'm pointing out that she's a dog shit moderator and is not talented. Nah, she's dog shit. She's absolute fucking garbage moderator. She's fucking dog shit. Her moderation's fucking garbage. She sits there and thinks that if she leaves people just spurg out, she gets to go, come on, everyone. It's time to be quiet. But she's a fucking dog shit moderator.
Real quick. Tortious interference with economic opportunities is intentionally / wrongful interference with plaintiff's prospective economic advantage / business relationships. She's an internet moderator. She was looking at being hired, or I believe that she was hired by Enlightened Network. Directly targeting her economic opportunities. Why? Because he was mad that she was on my panel while somebody went over to his stream and gave him a little pushback. Also, falsely, he spun at the beginning of these clips, he spun a whole bunch of backstory about how she was scheming, colluding. Let me tell you for a fact right now, and you can put this on the stand. I'll go on the witness stand. I'll say this. There was no colluding, collaboration. We didn't do shit backstage to plan trolling Rob.
That timestamp is 7 hours and 27 minutes. And then the awesome power of the Panelverse timestamp is 8 hours and 14 seconds. Listen, I've been polite. I've parsed words in the past. She's absolute fucking dog shit. I don't have to parse words anymore. I can say exactly how I fucking feel. She's garbage. Trippy, who was the host last night, I did fuck his show up. That I admit.
On hold on. That big sniff reminded me.
Garbage. Trippy, who was the host last night, I did.
All right, we got to do. I hate to do it to you guys, but we got to do it with that one. This is my favorite. He's trying to slow his breathing, but he's getting more and more out of breath. Here it comes. Big breaths. Big breaths. Oh, God. Oh, God. All right. And let me swear another thing to you. This is the only time I'm going to make y'all sit through that full 54-second clip to stream.
Fuck his show up. That I admit. And I am truly sorry about that. I think Sarah's probably very good at setting things up behind the scenes. I think she is good at that. And that ain't no joke. That sucks. That's tough work. It really is. I'm not being facetious at all. It fucking sucks to get everyone on the same page and everyone lined up at the same time and get a topic wording and all this shit. That sucks. And I assume that Sarah's very good at that. I think she is. That's no joke. And that is a talent. And she relies on other people for her views, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that format. But know your place, Sarah. Now, I don't mind that Dusty and fucking all the others had a little powwow about how to come troll me. That's fine. But with Sarah, maybe if someone would have told me afterwards, like, hey, did you know they were all on a stream together? I'd be like, yeah, it makes sense. But with Sarah, that's what I found to be most amusing. You're gonna sit behind with the panel verse on Dusty's panel as y'all powwow about how to talk shit on me? Is that what you're gonna do? Is that it? Know your fucking place. There's certainly far worse things than people could say about me and do about me than sitting back and laughing and helping direct trolls to come onto my channel to try to fuck with my channel at the end of the night.
All right. So I think that's in context. Questions, comments, concerns, you can send them in with a super chat, and I will get to them as they arrive. Otherwise, we can jump to our next. Let me get you out of here. Shout out to the Doors chick. And let's move to the next one. Now, here we have a little compilation. This is how to burn bridges and lose friends. This is the stream that Andrew did where he put Sarah on blast, told people to go. Well, we'll see. We'll get into it here. But this is, again, for those who may be a little rusty and need a refresh, the timeline is my panel that Sarah was on, and where we weren't even trolling. We just had a few panelists go over and call into Rob's show. He had a call-in show. It wasn't even trolling. But that happened on a Thursday, if I recall. And then this is, you can look, 10/17. I don't know. Is that a Friday? I believe it was. Anyways, it's the night after.
So here's Sarah's useful aspect of what she does. She books me fucking debates. That's it. I adhere to the moderation of the debate because that's what I do. That's the relationship. She's about to have a big 20,000 sub party. That's great. You're fucking welcome. My only business here is why it would be that she would be on a panel that's not hers. I only care about whether or not this person here, who we literally made out of nothing, right, is supporting this guy or not. She could have just not been there. Could have just minded your own business and got the fuck out of there. It's been basically 100% of her channel growth has been us. Let's not kid ourselves. All of your bills are being paid by the Crucible. Fuck you. This audience is paying this fucking woman's bills. Not her fucking audience. This audience is paying her goddamn bills. This one. What I care about is that this supposed supporter of ours is exactly where she shouldn't be, which is on the opposition side when they're the ones who pay her bills. Literally, this woman's bills are paid because a lot of the assistance and debate prep on normative politics I get from this man. Her bills paid because this man's assistance. All she had to do was shut the fuck up. That's it. Just shut the fuck up. Just not be there. Just don't be there. Let them do their thing. They control Rob all fucking day long. Just don't be there. How hard could it possibly be to just shut your fucking mouth? What is this chick doing on this fucking panel? Why is she on a fucking panel? But I also think you should have just shut the fuck up. I think that you should have just shut your fucking mouth and just not been there and kept your thoughts to yourself. That's what I think. Here's what I think, Sarah. I think you should have shut the fuck up. Just stop talking. That's what I think personally. I think you didn't have to have any input. I think you didn't have to be on this panel while they were trolling Rob. I don't think you needed to have a bunch of laughs about it. I don't think you had to do any of that. I think you should just shut your fucking mouth. An entire living off of me existing. All you had to do was sit there and shut the fuck. In fact, just don't sit there. Just shut up. Just shut the fuck up. Keep the gravy train. Shut your fucking mouth. No, Andrew, I can't do that. That would be me going against my own principles. Okay, well, fuck off then. Fucking chick has raked in tens of thousands of dollars in a single month because of us. All you have to do is shut up. Just shut up and book the debates. Just shut up and book the fucking debate. Shut the fuck up and book the debate. Shut the fuck up. Book the debate. Step 1, shut the fuck up. Step 2, book the debate. Tens of thousands in a single month. Just shut up. Let me tell you what you don't do. What you don't do is go in enemy territory and crucible people who are literally responsible for the entirety of your YouTube salary. All you got to do is step out, shut the fuck up, host the debates, make a shitload of money. Top 18 videos on her channel. Go to live and click sort by popularity. Top 18, me. The first 18 videos, me.
So he's establishing clearly that the economic connection and what she expects out of her for her job. He's teeing up the ball.
Con? Oh, no. Oh, you're right. Oh, my God. Oh, how would we ever be able to coordinate DebateCon without her? Well, I'll pay her out what I promised her for DebateCon. Done. Right? Anybody can do Sarah's job. Sarah's always been replaceable. That's what's fucking hilarious. She's always been fucking replaceable. Sarah's are fucking growing on trees. Now you just walk outside and pick them like they're fucking apples. They're everywhere.
Let me read again. Tortious interference with economic opportunities. Intentional or wrongful interference with the plaintiff's prospective economic advantage / business relations. So he's sitting here going, I'm the source of his business opportunities. And also, I'm telling you that she's a dime a dozen. You can get her anywhere. So he both, and again, read the ticker. I'm speculating, but it seems like he just gave himself all the responsibility for her economic opportunities, and then boom, in the next breath, takes them all away or attempts to. Furthermore, something that I know that but probably not the general public knows is that this sort of scheduling work, she did this for a job before even coming to YouTube. She's got a lot of work experience doing this sort of thing, and hypothetically, this could be interfering also not just with YouTube future opportunities, but off YouTube opportunities.
There's a million different fucking panel hosts who are out there, a gazillion, in fact. Offered her like some fucking pretty incredible opportunities, guys. You have no idea. Now we have to do the DebateCon stuff ourselves. I'll still pay her out. I'm that way. Even though she hasn't completed the job, I'll still just pay her out as though she did complete the job because I'm just that way. This chick I can't even.
And for those who don't know that backstory, so before DebateCon, before all this shit went down, Andrew and Rachel hired Sarah to basically schedule the hotel blocks, the event center, basically do the logistics of DebateCon. They said that they would pay for her travel, for her travel to the event, as well as $3,000. They did end up reluctantly paying the $3,000 when she went public. I believe that the name of her live stream was "Pay Me Andrew Wilson," because he wasn't paying her, even though here, when he's having this crash out, he said that he made a whole bunch of he patted himself on the back a whole bunch for just being that sort of guy, but then did this crash out. Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Before I came to YouTube, I was a subcontractor. I did subcontract construction work. Anybody who has worked as a contractor or a subcontractor knows this game. There's a game you play, or contractors play, which is They let the sub finish the job. Then they pick a fight right before the final payment is due. So that hopefully that fight will make the subcontractor just go the fuck away and the contractor gets to pocket the last payment. It has been, and it remains, my belief that this is what happened here. That she was doing contract work, and Andrew waited until the contract portion of until her job was done, because it was, and then contrives this big bullshit ass situation and scumbags her up and down, hoping to not pay her the $3,000 and not pay for her accommodations during the trip. He did end up paying the $3,000. Rachel did, in fact. What did she say? She said something. Here we go. Let me do this. Can you guys see this? Oh, here. Let me. I don't want to put her because she doesn't use her Wilson last name. I'm not going to dox her, put her on blast. She uses her maiden name, which is weird. But here's the comment with the money. Pay you didn't deserve. Keep your promise. Goodbye. I don't recall what the promise was. I think it was something about, I don't know. You'd have to ask her. But anyways, let's get back to Andrew's crash out.
Tell you the opportunity she has in front of her. It was he had a gravy train. It's not like he had to fucking work. You know, I do all the goddamn work. Like, you guys don't know the opportunity that she just got. And I can't tell you about it yet because it hasn't been released to the public. They paid a
That's the Enlightened Entertainment one that he's referring to.
lot of money. And it's like, what was the big opportunity that you were going to reveal about Sarah? I'm not going to talk about it. Not going to talk about it. You guys will know eventually.
Talking about it right there.
It was like there was some kind of coordinated effort here, because there was, to try to.
Oh, here's the old coordinated effort behind the scenes scheming narrative again.
Optically make Rob Noor look bad, because there was. Almost seems like Sarah's participating in this because she is. This is a coordinated bashing. This wasn't like this wasn't a thing where it was spontaneous. This is a coordinated bashing of Noor. I don't hate Sarah at all, and I still wish her the best. But it's not going to be on my dime. It's not going to be on your dime. Unsubscribe to the Raging Tomato. Subscribe to Rob Noor. Well, Rob doesn't know the power of the panelverse. Oh, my Lord. Rob, why didn't you know the power of the panelverse? Let's go show the power of the Crucible. Shall we? Go show the power of the fucking Crucible. Power of the fucking panelverse. Really? Okay. You don't know the power of the dark?
Let me just go ahead and put this on blast too. Spin City News. Obviously I'm streaming right now, so I'm not available to come to your fucking panel. If you try to sneak promote your live stream in my live chat again, I'm gonna block your ass.
Side.
Love this. Trust me. What you're seeing now is my normal state.
Go show her.
This is a Super Saiyan. And this is what is known as a Super Saiyan that has ascended past a Super Saiyan. Or you could just call this a Super Saiyan 2.
Okay. What's a useless transformation? You changed your hair, so what?
Just wait.
Has he really found a way to surpass an ascended Saiyan? Is that possible?
He must be bluffing. I mean, what did that make you?
And this, what he's doing, is to go even further beyond.
What's he doing?
The power of the panelverse. The power of the panelverse.
So what's going on now that you can't hear? I edited it out for YouTube. Is he's playing Dragon Ball Z music while he's giving the fucking perv eyes, and so there's music going. He's sending his audience over to unsub.
Fuck your fucking panel. Fuck you.
It's unreal. How is he generating that much?
You fucking drop 1,000 subs in a
Stephen David says this is unfathomably gay.
fucking hour. That's the power of the panel. Fuck you.
Power.
Feels like the whole
Hold on, let's hear that again.
He's generating that much.
You fucking drop 1,000 subs in a fucking hour. That's the power of the panel. Fuck you.
Power.
feels like the whole world is shaking apart. What is Goku doing? If he doesn't stop this, everything is going to be destroyed. No, stop it, Goku! If we do this now, it's going to drain away all the time you have left on Earth. And I say we need every second of it as it is.
All right, real quick, while he's geeking out here, I did get something over on PayPal. I'll just address you as D, first initial. Thank you, D, for the contribution. No bombs, but I believe that this is what was being requested.
Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate some freaking money.
Thank you for the contribution, D, and the recommendation on the clip. Imagine going out to a bar and waking up to that face over you. Damn, I made that joke. I can't unsee it now.
I don't know why you fuckers don't understand. Like, you don't have any leverage with me. Do you get that? You don't have any leverage. You have to have leverage. You don't have none. You don't have any leverage. None. You know, let me make this clear for you. You should really go out of your way to really not piss me off. You really should. You don't have any fucking leverage. You're nobodies. You're going to shut your fucking mouths. You're going to take a deep breath. You're going to take it. You're going to fucking take it. Because what choice do you got? I don't do. Well, here's my ultimatum. So I hope since I know you don't play well with ultimatums. My ultimatum is you want to keep hosting Crucible debates. You want to stay in our good graces. My ultimatum is that you send Rob Noor a $10,000 check. We're going to.
Whoa. Let's look at Maryland criminal law again. Person may not attain a person may not obtain, attempt to obtain, or conspire to obtain money or value by consent induced by wrongful threat of economic injury. Let's keep going.
Call it the shouldn't have opened your stupid fucking mouth bitch tax. Send him $10,000 fucking dollars with an apology letter. That's my ultimatum. 10 grand. 10 fucking grand. Sorry I was a stupid bitch and fucked you over, Rob. Sorry about that. $10,000. I bet you'll never do that shit again. If it cost you $10,000 fucking dollars. There you go. There's my ultimatum. You don't do well with ultimatums? Well, there's your fucking ultimatum, Sarah. $10,000. To Rob Knorr, I'm sorry. I fucked up. Don't worry though. Here's 10 grand as an apology letter. I think Rob Knorr deserves 10 grand. I think he deserves to go to a nice hotel and plug his wife and make another little brother for his son, Hank. That's what I think. And I think it needs to cost exactly $10,000. I think his vacation needs to be a $10,000 vacation. It's a coomcation. It's a Rob and his wife coomcation on Sarah the Tomato's dime. There's my fucking ultimatum. Sarah, I don't think I'll lose at that game with you. There's my ultimatum. $10,000. A $10,000 apology. And we're going to call it the you were being a stupid bitch tax. And in the future, don't be a stupid bitch. If you keep doing nonsense stuff, people are going to target you eventually. Let me tell you about a nonsense thing that I can think of. Let's pretend that you had a benefactor who went on your show all the time, who had one of the most super chat channels in the world, and who was happy to make sure that the audience knew that because you did the legwork of putting those debates together, not that much legwork, by the way, but you did some legwork to put the debates together, that they should make sure that they contribute because you're assisting them in their cause of getting their worldview out there. And then he fuck over one of his best friends who works for him and is a representative of his
My best friend.
organization. Like, that's almost like this whole idea of eventually people will come for you if you're that way. It's like, well, you were that way, so don't get mad when people come.
Let's back that up.
People will come for you if you're this whole idea of eventually people will come for you if you're that way. It's like, well, you were that way, so don't get mad when people come for you. Do you want?
Yeah. What about that? What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
Wants to continue to do a booking for the Crucible. She wants to continue to have a Crucible audience interaction. She can pay Rob Knorr $10,000 fucking dollars and send him an apology letter, even if she does.
Let me go ahead and throw a few freebies out and address a couple of these comments. I keep pulling them up on screen because, like I said, StreamYard is being fucky. But where'd it go? Where'd it go? I see little Kenny D down there. Flo needs to cool down. Andrew's nerds are super high tech and make him lose another channel. Suck my dick to Andrew and his tech nerds. Guess what'll happen? I'll build another fucking channel. Just like that. I'll build a fucking another one. The first channel took me 2 years to get monetized. The second one took me 1 month to get monetized. If they take this one, guess what? I'll be monetized in a week, bitch.
Doesn't agree with it, because sometimes with these fucking women, that's the way it has to be. Send them $10,000 fucking dollars. I don't even care if you understand why you're doing it. It doesn't even matter to me. Just send it to them and send a fucking I'm sorry, or don't. How's that for an ultimatum? Yeah, I just gave an ultimatum too.
Yeah, and I don't play well with. I definitely don't play with ultimatums. Like, you will lose at that game with me.
No, I'm gonna win at that game.
It's weird.
I'm definitely going to win.
I've lost.
You don't have any leverage. I have the leverage. It doesn't matter. Let's just assume that I was wrong. It doesn't matter. You don't have any fucking leverage. You're going to send it anyway. You're going to send the 10K anyway. You ain't got no leverage. That's true. If you keep doing silly stuff, people are going to target you eventually. Just send Rob a $10,000 check with a massive apology so that I can give him a 2-week vacation where he can go coom with his fucking wife until DebateCon. That's it. It's not personal. Nothing personal here. It's just business.
It's weird that he keeps talking about Rob cooming with his wife.
Okay.
Makes you wonder what kind of friends they are.
Just business. $10,000. She's going to have to pay a stupid bitch tax. That's what's going to happen from now on. If you're a stupid fuck, you're carving your whole hog off the Crucible, and you're a stupid piece of shit, you're going to pay a $10,000 fucking tax. Not to me. You're going to pay it to the person you're fucking doing that to. Maybe then you'll learn some accountability. Being accountable to what you do. $10,000 is an awful costly fucking mistake for accountability. Can she actually afford 10K? I don't care. They got a second mortgage on your house. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I do understand if she pays 10K, I'd still go on her channel, but I'd never trust her as much as you trust her before. It's going to be hard. She's going to have to build it back. If she pays, I'll resubscribe. Yeah. But she got to pay it to Rob Knorr with an apology. 10K is a good deal for booking you and Rob so many times in the future. Silly high time preference behavior should be punished. I agree, Kaz. Look, Kaz is in many ways a voice of reason. He's very temperate when it comes to these things. So if he's like, yeah, you know, like, 10Ks. That's a low number. Gonna have to defer to the Kaz on that one, I think. You know what really consolidates that? A $10,000 fucking tax that goes straight to Rob Norris that he can coom and make a son for his for a new son who will be a brother for his current son. That really drives the fucking point home, doesn't it? Send him $10,000 fucking dollars in an apology letter, and then don't ever fucking do it again. And we'll reestablish a relationship right away. But I'm more than happy to go on other people's channels who are doing booking, make them a shitload of money instead. The Crucible crew has always supported those who support us. You guys have always been great about that. And it gives us a lot of leverage, doesn't it? You know what L stands for? It stands for leverage. You ain't got none. L stands for leverage. Let me know when you.
Sounds like she probably got some leverage. Probably the reason why not you, nor Rob, nor your loudmouth ass wife is saying anything about it.
You fuckers have some. Alex PWF booked really great high-profile debates and some of the best banger panels I've ever had. When he went into a fucking space and trash talked me personally behind my fucking back, I cut ties with him too. And what happened to him? Decimated his fucking channel. You still go to his lives, and the most watched, viewed, still Andrew Wilson to this day. Just holding her to the same standard I would hold him.
So he knows what he's doing. He's intentionally caused economic harm before. He's intentionally causing it again. He's put out a specific dollar amount. Give me 10 grand and we'll stop doing this. That's the thumb screw, right? That's the thumb screw. Again, I know some of you who have been here the whole time, probably going to get tired of hearing this, but just real quick, let me blast through a few Maryland law definitions. Defamation is a false statement of fact published to a third party, exposing the plaintiff to scorn, hatred, contempt, ridicule, or harming reputation. Invasion of privacy / false light is publicly placing the plaintiff in a highly offensive false light before the public. Tortious interference with economic opportunities, which I think is more applicable to what we just watched. Intentionally / wrongful interference with the plaintiff's prospective economic advantage / business relationships. And Maryland criminal law extortion is a person may not obtain, attempt to obtain, conspire to obtain money or value by consent induced by a wrongful threat of force or violence, economic injury. That's the one right there. Immigration misuse or reporting immigration status. All right. I rebuke that nonsense. YouTube Jesus has rebuked some shit. Shall we continue on? There's more clips. We got more to get through. Paul has definitely threatened to sue me before. He's also threatened to sue Tommy before. Chuck in Tennessee drops $2. He says, send more nudes. Send more news. I don't know if that's what Chuck was looking for, but thank you for the dono, Chuck. That clip immediately boom, like that, dropped 3 viewers. 3 people were like, fuck it, I'm out. This is getting too gay for me. All right, we got 7 more clips to get through. 7 more. That was one of the longer ones. Let's do this one.
I will always have Andrew's back. I don't give a fuck, no matter what. Sometimes you have to know where your bread is buttered. Do you think for a second Sarah would have let someone talk over Andrew Wilson like that when she knows the majority of the financial donations I get are probably members of the Crucible? You think for a second? Of course not. We all know it. She gonna leave Connor talk over him like that and brag about it. She gonna leave Dusty talk over him like that and brag about it. By the way, that's okay. And I'm no Andrew Wilson. I'm not bringing her in the views and money that Andrew Wilson is. And it's kind of a smart business move. Don't shit where don't fuck over the person that's helping your channel out the most. I totally get it. I get that. And I'm not Andrew. Perfectly fine. Sarah, then you saw it, right? It's not necessarily that Sarah said a bunch of shit. It's that she sat there while they were shit talking. That's the issue. To this day, I think Sarah does a good job at setting people up. Like, it's a fucking pain in the ass to contact multiple people, to get a topic lined up, to get the people on board, blah, blah, blah. That's a pain in the ass. I think Sarah does a fine job with that from what I've seen. I'm just going to say this. I happen to be privy to the fact that Sarah and me may be working together in the future on things like DebateCon or other projects. So I'm like, why the fuck would you, why would you do this? Why would you you got something to say? Come say it to my fucking face. You're going to go on a panel for 3 hours. She sat in that fucking panel because I went back and checked. 3 hours? You sat in that fucking panel while they talk shit on me? And you're yucking it up and all that shit. Then they intentionally sent trolls over and you sat there the whole time? 3 fucking hours? Then I fully intended that I'd probably still end up working with her if it was in the context of working with DebateCon or the Crucible or something like that. And maybe there's some things behind the scenes that I can't tell you about. But nonetheless, that's where we were. But then I teed off and was like, fuck you. You suck. You're one of the most replaceable people I've ever seen because you're one of a fucking million that rely on other people for your show's entertainment. You don't do anything. You're basically a fucking talent show host. And next up, this person. You ain't fucking moderating, so what do you do? And that's fine, by the way. You just got to be nice to the talent. That's all. Now, I know I'm a small fry. I mean, I'm bigger than Dusty, but she likes Dusty. Dusty's part of the clique. Connor, I guess, is bigger than me because he's buddies with Destiny, so he gets to big time me. And I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I fully understand that the bigger person sometimes gets priority over the moderator and shit. That's fine. But Rachel was in the chat, and then I think Andrew came on the chat, and I'll tell you exactly what happened. I don't think Andrew would mind this at all. I'm at this event, this Halloween event with my son, and I get a phone call from Andrew. So he calls and I go outside and I talk to him and he's like, what's going on with fucking Sarah? What's going on? And I was like, don't worry about it, man. It's just bullshit. Don't fucking worry about it. And he's like, well, just tell me. And I was like, well, listen, she fucking big times me. She leads these fucking people talk over me in her panels and shit, and I'm fucking done with it. And she's sending me DMs basically like, oh, fucking, let me give you some advice and blah, blah, blah. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. I did fuck Tripio. Anyways, done with that. So I tell him, I'm like, yeah, I was like, well, you fuckers basically don't have anything without me, so fuck it. You're telling me to be quiet because you want to talk more, and that's a good thing. Then I'll be quiet for 2 hours. Enjoy. Then as I told Andrew that.
What a titty, baby.
I was like, then I did a little joke with the ShamWow shit when they brought me back on, fucking with them, okay. And I was like, so the night ends, and I fucking check. Someone sends me a message like, hey, fucking, they're all powwowing, talking about trolling you, and I go on, and I was like, there's Sarah fucking Tomato again. It wasn't enough. She's super passive aggressive DMing me a couple weeks ago. By the way, I didn't say shit to anyone about it. So I'm like, I don't know. I know. And the reason that Andrew's calling me is because Andrew works with Sarah. She books debates for him. And so I'm like, Andrew took a chance on me. So the last thing I want to do is cause fucking problems within his operation. And he's got a fucking ton of shit going on, which I happen to be privy of. So I don't want to cause him any fucking. I said, don't worry about it. Don't fucking worry. And he said basically what you heard tonight. Wouldn't matter if you're right or wrong. We're friends. I got your back. Fuck her. But you're not wrong. He said the last thing I told her was nepotism. We got each other's backs. We don't stab each other in the back. You don't go on a
Nepotism is a preference for family members in business dealings. These motherfuckers don't know what words mean.
Fucking panel that you weren't on with a bunch of people trolling one of us and sit there and yuck it up and talk about how, oh, you messed with the power. You don't do it. So fuck her. And if she'll do this to you, she'll do it to me. So that's it. Apparently, she didn't know.
Again, sorry, I got to pop the bobas. There's no point in getting popping bobas if you're not going to pop them. It felt gay to say. I don't even remember what I was going to say now. Let's keep going.
When you come at one member of the Crucible verse, that you go at them all. And she underestimated the power of the Crucible verse, apparently, is what happened. But that's okay, because I have some unsolicited advice. There's a secret weapon to not pissing off everyone. You can't show any of your cards. By that I mean, if someone's annoying you or whatever, you can't let it bother you visually and go on some goof's panel and talk shit on them. The other people in the Crucible subconsciously will see that trigger point, and they're going to zero in on it. They'll do it to you every time, Sarah. You'll be an easy target.
What the fuck is Rob reading here?
And talk about how, oh, you messed with the power. You don't do it. So fuck her. And if she'll do this to you, she'll do it to me. So that's it. Apparently,
Watch
she
him.
didn't know. When you come at one member of the Crucible verse, you
Not yet.
go at them all.
blew
And
prematurely.
she underestimated the power of the Crucible verse, apparently, is what happened. But that's
Watch this.
okay, because I have some unsolicited advice. There's a secret weapon to not pissing off everyone. You can't show any of your cards. By that I mean,
Type a 1 in the chat if you think it's Rachel. 2 in the chat if you think it's Andrew. 3 in the chat if you think it's Mr. E. I guarantee one of them sent him a message. 1 Rachel, 2 Andrew, 3 Mr. E.
if someone's annoying you or whatever, you can't let it bother you visually and go on some goof's panel and talk shit on them. The other people in the Crucible subconsciously will see that trigger point, and they're going to zero in on it. They'll do it to you every time, Sarah. You'll be an easy target. It's unsolicited advice, I'm aware, but the best tip I could give you, Sarah, is to stop reacting to the pokes and prods. The Crucible will run you out every time. You can either handle it or you can't. A lot of people aren't happy with you disrespecting me, and they'll all stick up for each other. I recommend
He's just Rob, you got to pull it up on another monitor. Get yourself another monitor with all those donos. $1,200 almost this stream, it looks like. And you ain't got another dumb monitor that you can pull that shit up on, so you're not trying to peer over your big fat right titty and read your text messages. Just hold your phone up, bro. We know you're reading.
laughing it off, or they'll just keep poking. 3 fucking hours she sat in that panel. 3 hours. 3 fucking hours. I superficially feel bad because I don't want to see anyone suffer financially. I don't. But what am I supposed to
The numbers were 1 Rachel, 2 Andrew, 3 Mr. E.
do? I guess if someone's got to do well financially, I'd rather be someone that wasn't a fucking asshole to me. Would I accept the peace offering of $10,000? Sure, but it's not up to me. If Andrew called me tomorrow and said, look, here's the deal, Rob. I spoke too soon. We really need Sarah. We can go on stream tonight and say, look, we've hashed it out. I'm going to need you to work with Sarah. I'd say, okay, I can do that. I'm not going to sit here and tell him to have fun, but that's okay. Yeah, I could be a fucking professional. I've worked with people before that I'm not the biggest fan of. No problem, because I respect Andrew, and I would do that. But of course, Andrew's not going to do that. I know that, but I would do that for Andrew. So if Andrew's fucking like, you send him $10,000. Now she ain't gonna send $10,000, and it's tongue-in-cheek and funny. If there was no connection to Andrew whatsoever, this is what it would have been like for me and Sarah. I'd have talked shit today, and that would have been it. And I'd have never dealt with Sarah again. My job is to do everything possible to help the Crucible. And says there's not much that burgers and beer can't fix, and 10K with an apology letter. I'd have a smile on my face. Well, that's just, hey, she lost a bunch of subs today. She's no longer working with the Crucible, which is, well, there's not much that burgers and beer can't fix, and 10K with an apology letter. I'd have a smile on my face. Well, that's
This is from Andrew. Let me remove my banner real quick. It says, well, my concern with Rob being public about working for me was that people may try to hurt him, including physically, to hurt me. And guess what? That's certainly not what happened. Let me throw this back up. And yeah, never mind. Good protective ass friending right there. That is some protective friending. I don't know that I have one friend who I'm so close with that he would come in and freak out and fight my fights for me like this and make long ass streams going, Rob's my friend, and then spend several hours talking about how I need to go coom my wife. Like the zest.
just, hey, she lost a bunch of subs today. She's no longer working with the Crucible, which is the #1 source of views and money from her video. I don't want to deal with her anymore. But I don't want.
So again, this all sounds like intentional, knowing, causing of harm.
I don't really want anything bad to happen in people's life like that. But here's the thing. I think Andrew's right. It's not about me. It's about Andrew. Why would he ever trust her? Why? Here's the thing. This is what's really going on. I wasn't valuable to Sarah, so she thought. I was expendable. Better deals came along. Connor was more important. Dusty was more important. The Panelverse regulars that came out was more important. And that's fine. And so I was expendable. And so she could treat me like shit. People could talk over me. She could lecture me. She'd give me unsolicited advice. And the thing is, if someone came along bigger than Andrew, that's how that offer would go as well. That's what would happen.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. This one's short, and then after this one, we'll be halfway through, the big halfway through. And let's get some donos in here so I don't have to set goals and do grift breaks and things like that. Don't forget to tip your favorite internet panhandler.
Do anything. I'm just explaining to you what happened in a sequence of events so that you know, right? I'm a very public figure. I have tens and hundreds of thousands of followers, and it's totally appropriate for me to, for other people who are public figures to put that out. And I did.
Why did
Okay.
you terminate such a private relationship that nobody knows about so publicly?
Good question.
Oh, well, because actually that is a good question. Because her breaking the terms was done publicly. That's why. Now you pissed me off. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to put out a public statement that everyone needs to fucking unsub from Sarah.
Let me read the definitions again of tortious interference with economic opportunities, intentional / wrongful interference with plaintiff's prospective economic advantage / business relations. He basically right there, he just said he was doing tortious interference with economic opportunities. Also, let me get myself out of the way real quick. Bro, what is with the dark ass lines around your teeth, Speakeasy? What is that at the top of your teeth, the bottom of your gums? Why are they doing that? Is this a filter? Do you need to brush? Like, did you not? I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what's happening there, but figured y'all might, somebody could help me out. Okay, do you guys want to keep going? I think we need to take a little grift break.
I need every bit of money you can bring me. Pay me. All the money, all the banking, all the jobs, all the material things. I love spending money. And all these people here know I love spending all that money.
When they go low, I go lower.
Hey, you can talk shit, but you better fucking do something. And these blue hundreds in my pockets looking bruised up. I'ma scramble up a DNA like a flu shot. You can walk away, I'ma turn around and moonwalk straight over that bitch, like Gucci in summer 06. I'm stupid, but I'm about to be rich. I'ma show you how to do it like this. Income, 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 income. All we wanna do is run it up for the income. Income, 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 income. All we wanna do is run it up for the income. Run it up till you're gone. Big dogs don't live that long. Run it up till you're gone. Big dogs don't live that long. Sneak around the block like a weasel. And your boy go missing, finding Nemo. Ohio eating cats, call it Asian fusion. Me and my dog went Vegeta on that punta. Known to keep a flock of birds. Want to sell Adderall to the nerds. Cruel summers, long winters. Got a jacket made of pearls and they glisten. Hey, Auntie come to bolognese. And bitch. Yeah, I think I'm Jack Ma. If you out of pocket, way up like a spa. Like a motherfucking spa. They back in Carolina eating meals off the hot plate. Fuck her, they, them, I don't care if she menstruate. It was me and Dean doing dirt just to maintain. Straight over that bitch. Like Gucci in summer 06. I'm stupid, but I'm about to be rich. I'ma teach you how to do it like this. Income, 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 income. All we wanna do is run it up for the income. Income, 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 income. All we wanna do is run it up for the income. Run it up till you're gone. Big dogs don't live that long. Run it up till you're gone. Big dogs don't live that long. Income, 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 income. All we wanna do is run it up for the income. Income, 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 income. All we wanna do is run it up for the income. Run it up till you're gone. Big dogs don't live that long. Run it up till you're gone. Big dogs don't live that long.
Rude Cunt Crab sends in $5. He says, bunch of broke as F slurs in the chat. Locksmith Jeremy drops a 5 and says, match me. Thank you to both of you. Now, I need to consult with Sasquatch real quick. Sasquatch, I hope you're ready because I'm going to bring you up.
Yes, sir.
Should I keep going?
Is my fan? Yeah, sure. I mean,
like, all right. Sarah dropped in 20. He says, Judge Dusty is in session. Pay your juror fees. All right. Sounds like things are starting to hit. All right. The wheels are greased. I needed a producer moment. Thank you. All right. Sarah sends in $20. She says, Judge Dusty is in session. Pay your juror fees. I don't even know if that's a thing, but yeah, pay them. Let's bomb Talcott while I see what hits the cash out.
Oh yeah, all men and women have the right
Oh my God, is that it?
All right, thank you, Sarah. I got another $10 cash app from Beth. She votes that it is Sarah who was texting him. Thank you, Beth, for that.
Game's over, losers. I have all the money. Compare your lives to mine and then kill yourselves.
And then the real boss of this Dono Drive wants to be left anonymous, and I respect that. But so, tip of the hat to him, sir. He came in, he drops 50 and says, have a good vacation.
Money ain't a motherfucking bribe. It's a sport I invented to win when I watch. You know all the rights and the lights and the locks. Even know all the ice and the Sprite. You just try to get money.
Money of your motherfucking life. 2-ton angel carved out of ice. Alligator sailboat, $sign ice. Fill a warehouse full of Van Goghs twice. Get money.
Money or your motherfucking heart. I could give it to my dog. He makes money when he barks. So put it in my fridge or in one of my parks that I bought so my robots can learn how to lock. Get money.
Now we're moving, and Toady Bug gifted another 5 memberships.
Always remember to stack that bread, neighbor. Money, cash, hose. I'm about my paper, no cap.
And I believe, let me double check. We got one more in from, well, I'll let her identify herself. If she wants to, got a cash app for $20 for jury duties. And after these bombs, we will get back into it.
When you hear the sirens or anti-aircraft guns, you must get under cover at once. If you're in the open with no cover, lie down. The most important rule of all is never to stand staring at the sky. If you don't take cover, you may get hurt.
All right. You guys ready to keep plugging along? Let's keep plugging along.
Yeah,
You have
so
a big
what-
audience. You have
so
a generous
why
audience.
wouldn't you infer then that there's a large audience? Most of the growth for Sarah's channel came from the Crucible's audience, and they went and unsubscribed to her channel.
The live stream when you told everyone to let them feel the power of the Crucible. She lost almost exactly the same numbers of subs as he gained, as Rob gained.
Yeah, what did you read the live chat when that was going on?
I caught some of it.
Yeah, people in the live chat were spamming unsub from her and sub to Rob.
Not 5,000 of them.
Well, I'm not sure that it was exactly 5,000. I have no idea what the exact number is. But if you can show me the metrics, we can take a look. I completely understand, though, why it would be that thousands of new subscribers that she got, which was part of the Crucible audience, unsubscribed to her. I completely understand that.
He called up.
Yes, I don't even know what you're talking about here with the whole troll protection thing. That had nothing at all to do with what happened.
I fucked up. I know that Sarah wants this clip when she donates. That's her spirit animal. And since I fucked up, and since the clown is the spirit animal of so many of you deranged motherfuckers, we'll throw in another one. I'm not gonna lie, that one's my favorite. All right, let's keep going. Oh, and I'll save it for later. Let's keep going.
Nothing.
That didn't rob my friend.
Yeah.
You love Rob. Yeah.
No, that had nothing to do with the severance of the relationship with Sarah. Nothing.
You said it did.
Not protecting him from trolls. It had to do with it had to do with the behavior of somebody who was about to start acting in a professional capacity with people that I was working with, that I introduced her to, and Rob Knorr was spearheading that project. So it was completely inappropriate for her to be doing that. That's what the entire thing was about. It was never about anything but that. Ever.
Was about to. So there was no employment then at the time.
Bro, she reached out to them even after the falling out to pursue that employment opportunity. So like, yeah, she had told me she was taking the offer. She had told me that she was on board. I have all the DMs proving it. So yes, yes, it was an established fact that this was happening. Yes.
Okay. So it was supposed to happen according to you.
I was the one who set it all up for her. Bro, I set it all up.
So then when you set this up,
I called her. You guys don't know shit. Like you guys shit all over Rob. Rob could have fucked that chick over really bad. Like we were at dinner when I was negotiating this all out on Sarah's behalf, because I'm a fucking really nice guy. Okay. And Rob could have totally fucked her over. He totally could have.
How's that?
He could have jumped in and said all kinds of shit. Don't use her as a booker. Don't bring her on the project. This and that. And he didn't do any of that. Instead, he said, "Yeah, absolutely. I think that
you're
she'll do a good
sweeping for him. You're doing it right now.
I'm telling you the
sweeping
truth.
for Rob right now.
Do you want me to tell you the truth or not? Do you want me to lie to you, or do you want me to tell you the truth?
Well, I think you're lying to me, but go ahead.
Would you like for me to get confirmation from the people who are sitting at the dinner?
You want me to take their
So all of us are lying.
No,
then?
I'm fine.
All of us are lying about it.
Rob did not do her any favors. He went live.
Did. I'm going to tell you exactly. Listen,
3 hours.
I'll tell you what. You can be incredulous, but I'm going to tell you what happened anyway, right? And the truth shall set you free. So here's what happened. I had suggested that she be a booker for this organization, right? Negotiated out a really good salary, right? Negotiated out really good contacts for her to continue to build her channel because I'm that way. And I've always been that way. Rob was sitting right at the dinner. They asked him what he thought. He could have fucked her over right then and there. Instead, he said, yeah, I think that she'll do a great job and I trust Andrew's judgment. Literally what he said. So it's like he could have fucked her right then and there and he didn't. So just saying, I get to go all over the world. I get all the, if it's the case, right, that me and Jake over here, right, we get to live like kings and we get all the good food and we get all the adoration and we get everything. You're the dogs. We feed you the scraps under the table and you lick our fucking hands. We pat you on the head and say, good boy. That's this relationship.
We're the
Why don't
homeless
you
camp
people-
next to your mansion
why
that
don't
you
people
pissed off.
understand this relationship? Your job, after we give you the little scrappy scraps from the plate when we're done, is to put it in your mouth and you lick our fucking hand. That's
Something worth pointing out right here is, well, there's two things worth pointing out. One, he is, again, directly implicating himself as the source of and into her economic prosperity. Sounds like he's sort of doing it to me as well. The other thing, the keys? Oh, hold on. We got a situation here. Here. Oop. Got a rental car. And the alarms are going off. Like the anonymous donor said, enjoy your vacation. Tomorrow, we're going to New Orleans for a wedding for the weekend. So, what we do? I've got, like I said, I got a lot of content here to get through. We can get through it all tonight, or I guess we could pick up again on Monday evening when I get back. But we're good right now because of the generosity of you all. Anyways, the other thing I was going to say is about this little clip right here is at the time I got made fun of it. I got a lot of shit talked to me about it. Probably still am getting a lot of shit talked at me for this comment, the homeless camp comment. But right fucking now is what I was talking about. He's the one with everything to lose. Why would you go to a homeless camp and piss off people with nothing to lose? Doesn't seem smart to me.
It's your fucking job. Do you
We're
understand?
the homeless camp next door to your house. We have nothing to lose. We have.
Look, I've made it very crystal clear that I don't like working with women. I've made it very crystal clear I don't want to work with women. The women are always contacting me to work with them fucking anyway, Trippy. What do you want me to?
I don't know. This doesn't fit really nicely, as far as I'm aware, into any of the laws that I pulled. But I got to think if she was already, and I haven't seen contracts again, just like everything here, like the ticker says, I'm speculating. I got to think, though, that if you hire somebody, which he did, and he claims he did, right? If you hire somebody and then you say, I don't like working with women, I think that that's going to step on some civil rights toes. I just don't think that you're allowed to do that.
Do about it. What do you want me to do?
Because
like I was so
people see a
crystal
number.
clear with Sarah that I don't want to work with women. I've been so crystal clear with women that I
People
don't
see a
want to work
number
with
and
them.
they expect you to be
And
helpful
all
because
they
you claim to be a
fucking
Christian.
do, all
and
these
people
women
think that all
do
Christians are
is
all love and
Trippy,
peace
can
and
you help me out
whatever.
here? Why do these women
No, I'd rather talk over your
continuously-
ass.
Why do these women continuously contact me when I constantly am always saying they don't want to work with women, but they still
Because they
try
see
to-
a high YouTube number and they
Yeah.
think because of the things that you've said in the past that you'll be helpful, but you know you're not.
Well,
All
who
you
am I
do
not?
is you bring these
Look.
ladies in, you watch your number go up, and then you tell them to go fuck off when you're ready.
You mean the ones who I'd say I don't want to work with in the first place?
When did you say you never wanted to work with Sarah
I
in the
say,
first place?
girl, the first interview that she gave to me, I told her that I don't like working with women.
Then why was he saying just book the things? I'll hire you to book the things. I'll hire you to book the things. Sending mixed messages here. Maybe, again, me speculating. If I'm going to try to do the contractor, fight, I would speculate that he's greasing the tracks for this blow up ahead of time because he knows what he plans to do. I don't know. Again, I'm just an internet douchebag trying to piece things together.
I mean, I prefer not to. They're always cause
Yeah, I know.
problems. They always cause trouble.
Sure.
And like all of them, they
You're a
always try to
weasel.
ingratiate themselves with the crucible. What do you want me to say?
You're a fucking weasel.
Yeah.
And so then why
did you work with her?
She
Yeah,
set
why
up-
did you work with her? It was
she did
beneficial for you,
She
wasn't
did
it?
the only thing that was worth doing. She set up debates that I could show up to, and I didn't have to do any work. That was it.
And it was beneficial for you because you don't want to do all the work.
Yeah.
Weasel.
Andrew, let me start. I apologize to you. I don't know. I'll say it this way. Like, my behavior towards Rob was mine. I owned it. I happily owned it. I will criticize his behavior. On that panel, I was critiquing his behavior. I didn't send anybody to brigade him. I didn't send anybody to troll him. But if you take offense to that, then I apologize. I would have happily had this conversation privately prior to Rob going nuclear and you going nuclear, and we would have talked this out, and I would have even done a public apology for it. But nobody wanted to ask me the questions. So everybody just went nuclear. And I think all of this other shit rolling downhill is just a big fucking mess, and it's not worth it. Let's start with that. However, I will also say, I think everybody is flipping those clips from that panel around the wrong way. There's a lot of stuff switched around in context. I don't think people are hearing the whole thing and the whole conversation. We had talked specifically about what the panel verse is and engagements and behaviors for a whole 3 hours. There was a whole thing about it. And it was just bringing all of the conversation together. And I talked about Rob's behavior on Trippy's panel, and I don't think it was good behavior as a panelist, especially, and I think that's what really upset me the most. Trippy was trying to do that for his mom. She was in the hospital. She needed money for medical bills and stuff. And he was trying to put something together for that. And so for Rob to kind of crap all over that was a really big insult, I think, to him. And so I criticized that behavior, and I think it was wrong. The guys going over to Rob's panel, they started doing that on their own. The first one was North. He went over because he's a Connor person, and he had that conversation. And then I think Ortho guy went over. I never told them to do anything. The guys just started doing their thing. And I don't think me laughing at stuff that they were saying was wrong. I think it was actually funny shit. But again, if somebody just reached out to me and said something like, hey, this is upsetting, can we talk about it? I would have handled that way differently. I do this a lot with a lot of different people. I handle a lot of things privately. I'm not a big drama fan. So yeah, I'll start there.
Apology accepted. I appreciate it. And yeah, you won't have any problems out of me. I didn't plan on giving you any in the first place. And that's why I haven't been giving you any. There's no, I don't, what problems have I been giving?
I've been getting harassed a lot in DMs and comments and things like that. I've been getting since.
Yeah, but do you honestly believe?
And I know that's true. And anybody who's looked at the comments of her videos around the time this happened knows that that's true. Hell, I was getting harassed in my comments. That's true.
That I instructed anybody to do that.
Listen, I'm not saying you told them to do it. That is a definite brigade in that moment that you did. And they did come and harass the chat. And it was during a debate, and it was very unprofessional, I thought. Not only just for you, but for your people.
That wasn't a brigade. That was me doing a live stream, and I could talk, if I'm talking on a live stream about a thing that I'm talking about, even if people go over to your channel and they unsubscribe, that is not brigading. Brigading is targeted harassment, and that is the person trying to targetedly harass you. And I've never done that. I've never targeted any creator for targeted harassment.
In that moment, during that stream.
We already watched where the stream with the music, the Goku or the Dragon Ball Z music edited out where he's sitting there with his eyes doing the thing, right? That whole thing was a go show of the power of the crucible. That whole thing, that entire thing was targeted.
We were doing a debate, and the harassment came in the chat. I had to put it in they had to put it in super slow mode. I had to put 7-day subscriber list. It was a mess. It was a total mess. It was very distracting from the actual debate and conversation. If it's business related, right? And now I was not aware that Rob was even in on this bigger project, just for the record. I didn't know that. But even with that, I did not look at this as like a bad thing in that aspect, because Flo was in Crucible Discord. Flo hung out with you guys on panels and has done stuff, right? So I thought it was just fun between two channels, having fun, going back and forth, whatever. So that's my start for that. But
which is reasonable, as if you remember earlier in the thing, when we're watching Andrews going, what's she doing over at the wrong place at the enemies, which is my panel. He's referring to my panel. Andrew and I had been debate partners. We'd been Sarah and him had worked together. Like, there was no indication anywhere. There's certainly no stated, employment thing that she wasn't supposed to be on my panel. Again, if you ask me, there's a couple elements at play here, but I think that this is an economic hit on her. I think that at the very least, he wanted to get out of paying her the money and get out of paying for her trip, which he did. He paid her the money, but he didn't pay for her trip. So he still saved a couple grand. Let's be conservative and call it $1,000. We'll be conservative. Let's say it's $1,000 he saved by picking this fight here. And then also back to our Maryland legal code definition of extortion. It sounds like he was trying to get 10 grand out of her. A person may not attempt to obtain, or conspire to obtain money or value by consent induced by a wrongful threat of economic injury. That's the important part. But I've read that a lot, so we'll keep rolling. Even
if this is a business thing and Rob goes and explodes because he knew I was in on this project, right? Then that's actually worse for him to do that, shitting on someone who's being brought in on a project.
Why? He had every right to be upset about the fact that he was getting brigaded by those channels.
Right, but if it's
every right to be mad about it.
If it's a business relationship, instead of going and exploding like that, again, we could have just had the private conversation.
Well, I mean, my understanding from what I saw in DMs, he tried to have a private conversation. That's not
that.
And
no,
you,
he
and
did
then
not.
and then you would take those and make those public, right?
No, all he did was say, "I'm going to talk about this power of the panel verse." It was very. It was a very.
No, there was DMs back and forth before that, Sarah.
For what?
Between the two of you.
For that moment?
No, even before that, which you guys started to have problems.
I always worked with him privately, trying to work through his issues with other streamers, and then every time he went public.
Yeah, my understanding is the opposite. Was that that you were going public with this stuff? But even if that's not the case,
no,
right,
it's not the
those
case at all.
details were always completely unconcerning to me. The only thing concerning to me is that
which is why you didn't see me getting mad or calling you or telling anybody about it, because I was handling them privately and behind the scenes. And then the very next day he would go and stream about very said thing. And I'm like, what is he doing? So to me, I just chalked it up as, well, whatever. Like, I even had to message him saying, hey, your people are commenting saying that, like, if you ban Rob and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, let me correct that, because he's talking about stuff that we're talking about privately on his show, which fine if he wants to do that, but that's not how I handle things very privately. But even at that,
that panel wasn't private.
Look at the red.
But again, with that
the
panel,
Dusty crowd.
With that panel, it was again, I thought it was just everyone was they just had a show together, right? Everyone's just having fun. I didn't take it as like they're at war.
It doesn't look to me like there was any. It looked to me like it was like a post hoc thing. I was actually trying to get away from the Crucible. So that's all. I'm just saying. It doesn't look that way to me. So
that's what it looked like with you saying not to brigade her after brigading. It looked like a post hoc.
I said that before I ever said the other thing, bro. Do you realize that? I said it both before and after. Do not harass this woman. First of all, I have a zero tolerance policy in harassment anyway. I always have. I've nuked
you
people
do?
right.
Do you want the names of the people?
I've nuked
do you want us to give you the names of the people?
Oh, absolutely.
You want us to give you the names of everybody who's harassed?
If there's people in
No.
my chat who are privately DMing people and harassing them, absolutely, I'll nuke them out of the chat right now. I've always had that.
What
policy.
about
I already got a nice message from someone saying from Dagoth, you are saying cry more, bitch. Your voice cracking amuses me. I do apologize. I am sick today, so this was not on my to-do list.
Yeah,
But
sure.
do you want us to
If you
give
have a
you-
list, if you have a list of people who are in the Crucible chat who are harassing you, yeah, absolutely.
Well,
We'll
they'd
get
be
them out of the
harassing
community
us
immediately.
on our pages. They can't harass us at your chat because we're not there, right?
There's a lot of
If they're a person who's harassing you and I'm aware of it and I can do something about it, Dusty, then I'll do something about it.
Okay.
Just go in the comments.
but I can only do what's within my power to do. Like, what am I?
You better have a chat with Mr. E. Mr. E has on your behalf implied legal action against me. So I would say that maybe get a rein on Mr. E.
Supposed to
I
do?
agree.
Should I hunt
I
these
agree.
people down and beat them about the head and shoulders?
I mean,
Or
what
should
are you going to do?
I
I mean,
which thing?
I'm just trying to get clarity on the offer that you made. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to block them? Are you going to?
If they're in my chat and they're
Mhm.
harassing her, yeah, I'll get them out of the chat, of course, and out of the community. I've always
they're
had a
in your
zero
chat
policy.
harassing
I've
her.
always had a zero tolerance policy on creator harassment. We've never
So
done it.
if they're in your chat and they're harassing her, would that look like all the comments that were coming back when they were unsubscribing?
That's not harassment. Many of those
Well,
people just gave opinions. They weren't harassing
How
nobody.
can somebody harass her
Harassment's
in your
like
chat?
you're consistently and constantly sending DMs to a person or
Okay.
targeting them in some way. Harassment's not even one message. Harassment's not like, hey, you suck. That's not harassment. Harassment is a targeted campaign towards somebody. That's what harassment is. So you can't be like, oh,
That
this
can't
guy
happen in your
this
chat.
guy
I'm
DM
not-
me a mean thing. That's not harassment. That's
I'm
not
not
how
in your chat,
entirely
can
that
it?
worried about it. It's just, I mean, they did this during the base Oracle thing too. That was I had to shut my phone off because it was just pinging so much. But
Yeah, if you want,
It-
would you like to see all of the messages of the
I'm-
horrible
that's
fucking
why
things
I'm
that
not-
people say to me?
that's
But
why
I just
I'm
don't
not
say
that
anything.
worried
I don't
about
give a
it.
shit.
Yeah, it's fine.
Go get her. It's like that Trump shit. Doesn't matter if you said go get her. You're smart enough to know that when you get up there and do on her, those people are going to leave her in droves. So you must have felt that it was appropriate to do that shit. It was not, in my opinion, appropriate to do that shit over that gay ass shit with Rob. And it's going to continue happening over and over because until he learns better form among people, man. What do you think?
Am I beholden to keep a person's career propped up?
No, but that wasn't what I'm saying. I guess.
Well, hang on.
No, but you might be, according to Maryland law, you are beholden to not intentionally disrupt it. Again, tortious interference with economic opportunities is defined as intentional / wrongful interference with plaintiffs' prospective economic advantages or business relationships. That's what you are beholden to.
Hang on. Wait. I just let you go through the whole spiel.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Am I beholden to keep a person's career propped up?
God, no.
Good.
Was
Then
that
if that's
a
the case,
commentary on what
and
I
if that's the
said?
case,
Okay.
if that's the case, if you're saying that Sarah's career is killed simply because I decided to leave, then that would infer that I'm keeping her.
No.
Hang on, bro. My turn.
That's not what I'm saying. Go ahead,
Hang
I'm
on,
sorry.
bro. Hang on. That would infer that I was keeping her career propped up. Sarah says I wasn't keeping her career propped up. I believe her.
All right. I don't care what Sarah said. Clearly,
okay.
a bunch, we can tell, right, by all the people who left in droves when you did what you did, that you guys had some type of relationship and she was dependent upon you. You're very well aware because all you do is talk about how small.
She's not my
these
fucking
cats
wife,
are.
bro. And I'm not responsible for her career. And I didn't do
No,
anything
but
to
you're
her. All I did was
responsible for
deny her
her, though,
access to
yeah.
me. All I've done is deny access to me. That's it. And I'm allowed to do that.
No,
That's
you
it.
could have did that backstage. You could have called it. What you did was went public and knowing that she.
That's
that
my
her-
prerogative to go public. She
Agreed,
went public.
but
She
you
was
not
public too.
acknowledging it. It's weird. You know what you was doing when you did that. Right? The denial is fucking crazy. And it was over Rob. A couple people went over there and said some things. She giggled. You could not have done that because she giggled.
Bro,
She
do
didn't
I
send them people over there.
so if I work with anybody right? And they peel off a huge portion of my audience and become dependent on it, right? And I distance myself from that person, and that tanks them, right? Then all you're saying now is like, I have to endlessly be beholden to this person because they're dependent on me. It's like,
You're not addressing.
I didn't
nothing
make the relationship so that people were fucking dependent on me. I go on
I'm not
people's
talking about
channels.
dependence. You are.
Real quick. Let me do this big super chat that came in. Oxycat sends $100 for the Rob fund. Thank you. We need $25 more for the Rob
Doobie
for me to let Rob on. Let's see. Got $50 from Doobie. Says Sarah needs to grow thicker skin. The too long didn't read so far is Andrew didn't protect me from consequences of my actions, and people said mean things in chat. She's too old to be calling that harassment and begging for a captain. Save a hoe, grow up, move on. Thank you for the donos. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. I mean, the thing is, by the way, hi Doobie. It's always nice to see you. Good guy that Doobie is. Yeah, bro. Look, I'm not going to be endlessly beholden to people because they claim that they're dependent. Hang on, dude. Can I make the point like I let you make? Can I just make the point and then you can respond? All right. Sarah claims 100%. I had nothing to do. I basically have nothing to do with her career at all. Okay. I never did. She's a debate channel. She likes it much smaller now. The Crucible people were already bothering her. She was already trying to distance herself.
Wrong.
Hang on, bro. Stop. She made all those claims. She was trying to distance herself anyway. She was already trying to move away from all of this. So it's like, I don't know what you're blaming me for. What are you blaming me for here?
I'm saying you were aware that what would happen when you did that. Am I correct? That's what I'm asking.
I don't know. No, I didn't know. Listen, I 100% did not know that thousands of people were going to unsubscribe over. That's never happened to me before, ever. Listen, that has never happened to me before. I've never done a stream where just thousands of people have gone over and unsubscribed. I've never seen that once.
Dude, that didn't happen to Alex.
I don't think it did happen to Alex. No.
Go ahead, Joe. That contradicts with what he said earlier about how Alex it wrecked his channel. Wrap it up real quick, and then I'll let 10th up.
Just let other people up.
At least not. I mean, not thousands. Maybe Alex lost a couple of hundred subs, but I don't even think he lost that.
Hey, yeah. So you're saying that, like, because she already apologized, right? Like, I'm just saying, like, I understand there's a lot of feelings about this stuff, but is it really worth the trouble to take these feelings into reality?
I already set down the parameters that I had. I already set them down. So the thing is like, they're still there. But I'm not sure that anybody would want to reconcile a relationship with a cult leader they were trying to distance themselves from. I'm not sure why they would try to reconcile that exactly.
The parameters were I mean, the parameters of what? Don't upset Rob. Is that the parameter? That was
no, a $10,000 check with an apology. That was my parameters.
Crazy. Crazy. Before we move on to the next one, where to go? Somewhere Kim said that he can't believe how stupid I am. Says Flo, I got $500 that says Sarah loses all her claims. You want the action? My question to you, Kim, is: does a settlement count as me winning? If so, I will accept. Okay, good point. Because how much money you get involved? How about if they settle? Has to be up for over 10K, or she has to prevail on at least one claim. We're getting too far in the weeds here. If you want to do, I'll take the $500. Any wins or settlements count as me winning. Otherwise, no, I don't want to have to remember and parse out all this shit. All right, moving on. This is a shorter one.
She didn't want to talk to me on her own. Why don't you bring Sarah up? She didn't want to talk to me
I've
on her
never
own.
even been to
so maybe
prison.
with you, like
I've
you,
never even been to prison.
like
You're just making up things.
When you need to debate me, it has to be with a friendly mod that'll allow you to interrupt. Maybe Sarah will have better luck with a friendly mod for her that could let her interrupt the entire time. And then you white knighting for Sarah and not leaving her talk to me. What's that have anything to do with that?
The reason I'm not leaving her talk to you is because you think that you run this. Says make it 1K with the terms above. No, I don't want to do the terms above. I've told my terms. I'll make it a K. I'll make it $1,000, but on the terms I stated. Shit, you're confused. You've been confused since day one. Don't back out on me now, bud. I'm starting to feel like Kim is just trying to play chicken with me. Let me know if you want to take the terms I offered, where a settlement counts as me winning, and I'll do it. And I'll do $1,000 too. And I'll drop the link, and you can come up here. We can both get on screen. We can agree to the terms of the bet. About how important you are. You're not important. What are you here for?
Well, I was coming to talk to Sarah and talk to Trippy.
Well, then you should invite Sarah on your panel, or you should join her sometime.
Sarah rated me, and I said, why don't you come up right now? She chose not to. I accept you as a moderator. She's backstage right now.
Yeah.
Unless she's saying she refuses to talk, then I understand. Why don't you
let's
bring her
schedule
up?
something. You want
I'm
to
not
set something up
scheduling
for
nothing.
tomorrow?
This is it. This is all I have to talk about. She's here right now. I'm here right now. Why won't
She's
she come
here.
up?
That is true. That is true.
So why won't she come up?
We can set it up for tomorrow. We can even set it up for later
I'm
tonight.
uninterested. You don't run this shit, Dusty. Dusty, you don't run this shit. You don't run this
You're
shit.
not going to talk to her right now. You're not going to. That's off the table. If you want to set something up, we can do that.
Hey, if she's afraid and you're afraid to let her, that's perfectly fine. I'm not interested in setting shit up with you people.
All right, you're snaking around, Kim. This is not what I said. He says, if she settles, she doesn't prevail on a claim. So technically, I would win unless Andrew admits fault. So okay, all or nothing. But why did you phrase it like this? If she wins on any claim, or if there's a settlement reached, I win. The only way you win, Kim, is if she loses on everything. That's how the original offer was stated. I put a clarifying point in there. Let me know, but it feels like here you're trying to spin it around.
She's here now. I'm here. You're here. Let's do it. Basically, I gained a similar number of subs that Sarah lost. Do you think that people that went through, that watched Andrew, and that were pissed off enough about the whole situation to unfollow Sarah, maybe would have came over and followed me? Do you think that was a possibility? So is he either A, saying that like Andrew left and had all of Sarah's shit botted and now it's removed, and now put those bots on me? Is that the implication here? Then why is Sarah's revenue going to take a hit? Like she wouldn't give a shit, right? It's clear that Sarah feels that she's lost supporters. So why would it be absurd to assume that more people started following me? You fucking suck. You're garbage. The only reason you have a fucking channel with any notoriety or any ability to generate revenue or attention whatsoever is because fucking Andrew Wilson does debates here. That's it. That was it. I did my video. Andrew did his video. People decided to unsubscribe.
It's a sham bet. You're right. It is a sham bet. Where to go? Have merit. Bro, you keep doing anything except accepting the terms of my claim. So I'm going to double back down to what I just said. Kim, you're trying to give me a bullshit bet, and you're hoping to play chicken with me so that I'll back out and say, no. I took the bet as you stated. I just clarified one thing about it, and now you're backing out. It's a sham bet. You're playing fucking games. Kim, send in at least a $50 super chat, or you're blocked for the rest of the stream.
Fine, great. Did I expect her to do a Cope stream? Yeah.
You got till the end of this video.
Did I expect her to do more than one? Yeah. Do I expect her to keep doing them? Yeah. And why not? What else does she have going for her? They thought this was hilarious. I'm an employee of the Crucible. And so let's say I'm doing this stream right now. If Andrew messages me and says, hey, man, I need you to do X, then my stream has to come secondary to that. Andrew called me and was like, dude, what the fuck's going on? I said, I don't really want to talk about it. Let's talk about some actual real shit we have going. No, just tell me. I told him, I was like, look, here's the deal. He's like, what was the DM you were reading? And I told him, and he's like, did she send that? I said, yeah. He said, send it to me. So I sent it to her. I'd already read it publicly. So I sent it to her, and he's like, yeah, fuck this. I don't want to work with her anymore. If she's going to do that to you, she would do it to me, and you're my friend. Doesn't matter if you're right or wrong, but it seems totally like you're right. Fuck it. Done. Okay. Later that night, I'm sitting at home. My wife's on her phone. She's like, Andrew's doing a live stream. Or no, I knew before that. I think she saw that it was scheduled. And I was like, oh shit. And I didn't know what quite Andrew was going to say in the live stream. And he just was, said what he did. And that was that. It's not that I'm overestimating my clout. Let's say I never went to work with the Crucible. There's no doubt with Sarah working at the Crucible that she would have had more people watching her than me or hosting debates for the Crucible. I get that.
Na 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 na. Hey hey, goodbye. You're a fucking faker. You're full of shit. You probably don't even have the 1,000 that you're trying to bet. I don't need to win another Tarek fucking bet where it takes me a year to collect on. I'm good on that shit, bro.
Andrew gave a couple more details, so I don't have a problem with saying this. I was at the very dinner where there were people sitting around for a huge fucking project that will be announced soon. And in that project, they were talking about...
Isn't that extortion? I don't know. Try to sue me, Kim.
About needing a booker. And Andrew said, I have the perfect person, Sarah. Now, at this point, I'd already not had the... Sarah and me at this point, she had messaged me some stuff in the past, and it was like, whatever, it wasn't a big deal. They start talking to me. What do you think? Do you think she would do a good job? I said, she'd do great. Sure. In fact, I went on to say, I said, I think that one of the hardest things to do is to set up all these different personalities and get them all on stage the right time, the right topic, and all of that stuff. I said, that's oftentimes difficult to do. That's what I said. That was that. But it was all Andrew. It was Andrew's recommendation that would have got this position for her. Now,
the thing about suing people is if you sue people without money, you're a fucking dummy. Obviously, look at Rob's fucking ticker right there. $884. Andrew can't stop bragging about the $1 million house he just bought in Texas. See, I got my hat on, ready to go party in that house, Andrew.
Not aware. I've told this story many, many times. I don't know what the fuck Andrew's talking to other people. I don't know what he's...
The homeless camp is gearing up for Texas, baby.
Talking to Sarah about. I don't know shit. You're one of a million of people that could just sit there and let two other people with talent talk. That's it. Your entire fucking job is just being a placeholder. That's it. That's what you do. And you don't even do it well. And yet I bit my fucking lip when I was somewhere where there was an actual job opportunity for on the line. And I was like, yeah, sure, she'd be great. There's a solid chance we would have still been working with each other on this project. Solid chance. By the way, well, I'll let it go. I'll just say this. In general, probably I would have been in a position that, not that I'm fucking a boss or anything, but the nature of the project would have been, the chain of events would have been me, then her. So she would have been looking to me so that she could do her job. I'll just say that on this particular project. I could have still worked with her, but Andrew didn't want to work with her. Andrew, the only thing I'll say about what Andrew said was
Andrew didn't want to work with her. That sounds like it applies to some of the laws there.
100% confirm what Andrew was saying about the job offer that was proffered to Sarah. And it was 100% because Andrew suggested it.
The Panelstein Ranch.
People did not know who she was when Andrew suggested she be hired. That's it. That's all I'll say about it. Andrew is correct that I was then asked about it, and I said I thought she would do a tremendous job. Well, I'll tell you this much. Someone else was found, at least with the previous position she was offered, and things are going swimmingly. But always appreciate it, Andrew. Sarah, when she realizes that she's lost a big opportunity, she's going to go back to the drama well. That's what she's going to do. That's fine, too. I don't care. Think it hurts my feelings? Came on here to talk, made $1,000. I don't give a fuck. You'll see. My guess is within the next 4 months, you guys are going to be like, holy fuck. Just saying. And when you say that, just remember, Sarah was going to be part of it. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there. But then I could back up what he said about the business offer for Sarah. That I could back up. I was at the table when it happened in Atlantic City.
Kim, take your CBTS. Like, we don't know who this is. Kim, take your 24-hour timeout. With some dignity. Go lay down. See ya, bud. See ya, bud. 24 hours for this one, too.
Was fucking there. Other than that, Andrew made his own decision. I respect Andrew's decision. It's easier for me to not have to work with her. The decision could have easily been to say nothing. It could have easily been to tell me, you're not here anymore. You're not working with us anymore. That could have all happened, hypothetically.
What do you guys think? Should we keep going? We got 3 more clips to get through. This is the long one. This is 18 minutes long, and then we got one that's it's a short. It's short, and then we got one that's 6 minutes long. God damn right, Sarah knew what was coming. Pause. Let's take a grift break. What song you guys want for the grift break?
It is always important to be mindful. Mindful of this money.
We're going to do this one. We're going to do big dick energy. I'm flying solo up here. For those who don't stream, you don't know. It is a lot more effort to fly solo than it is to just manage a panel. I guess not for everybody, but it is for me. So we're going to play big dick energy. We're going to do another grift break. And then when we get back, hopefully we'll continue. We'll wrap this up, and then we'll get into a panel afterwards if people are so inclined, and if I'm still in a great mood like I am right now. Otherwise, I got to go on vacation. My cousin's getting married. I'll see you guys on Monday night. So, big dick energy. It is about 4.5 minutes. Let's do it.
I seen Terry trying to impress a lady, but it's Lindsay, and you know that chick is crazy. He's a white knight sim, looking like a clown. She's done playing that fool all over this town. Now you'll never catch me ever really playing that role. It's my quiet confidence and my self-control. Some people think it's how I'm built, they think it's my soul. But it's just big dick energy and how I feel a whole. See, there's big dick energy and there's big dick energy. One's about size and one's hostility. Yeah, I feel confident that you can fuck with me. But if you wanna play, you'll get this big dick energy. Met a boy named Paul and he's insecure as can be. He's always talking about himself like the truth ain't there to see. He tries to claim he's got it all and everything that he needs, but all he has is what he lacks, and that he spreads like a disease. He has that small dick energy, that lipstick energy. With his mommy issues, why's he try to step to me? It's like a redhead stepson, but a little bit bigger. Guess it does make sense since I'm like a father figure. See, there's big dick energy and there's big dick energy. One's about size and one's hostility. Yeah, I feel confident that you can fuck with me. But if you wanna play, you'll get this big dick energy. Then there's OSTW. His lack of spine will trouble you. His friends talk shit about his daughter right in front of his face, and he fucking laughs along with them. That dude's a disgrace. He has that all small energy, That no balls energy. And man, it's sad to see. He's an ugly femininity. See, there's big dick energy. And there's big dick energy. One's about size and one's hostility. Yeah, I feel confident that you can fuck with me. But if you wanna play, you'll get this big dick energy. See, there's big dick energy. And there's big dick energy. One's about size and one's hostility. Yeah, I feel confident that you can fuck with me. But if you wanna play, you'll get this big dick energy.
My goodness, you people make me happy. We're going to keep going. We're going to get through the rest of it. Let me thank the donors. Chuck sends in $5. He says, this is to support the double marriage in New Orleans. The double marriage. Am I marrying Katie down there, or am I marrying my cousin and her husband? Because either way, I mean, not either way, but just out of curiosity. Anyways, thank you, Chuck, for the donation. Sarah sends in 20 to the vacation fund. She says, pay up, fuckers. Nuxus says, obey clip or a clown. And since Sarah's here, let's do the clown. Let's hit the clown. And you know what? I've got one clown clip left that I haven't played yet.
Just go away.
There we go. And Locksmith Jeremy sends in 5. He says, we like being fuckers. Jeremy, especially with this profile picture, you'll be a fucker forever. Shintai sends in $20. He says, not sure why I'm paying you to not give me content, but have a good vacation, Dusty. Thank you, Shintai. You, in fact, are paying for content so that we can finish out this thing. There's a lot of clips here. Took a lot of time to put it all together. And we're going to get through it. And on top of that, the same anonymous donor who whaled us last time has whaled us anonymously once again over on PayPal. Thank you to Anonymous.
Money ain't a motherfucking bribe. It's a sport I invented to win when I watch. Known all the rights and the lights and the locks. Even known all the ice and the Sprite. You just try to get money.
Money of your motherfucking life. 2-ton angel carved out of ice. Alligator sailboat, $ ice. Fill a warehouse full of Van Goghs twice. Get money.
Money or your motherfucking heart. I could give it to my dog. He makes money when he barks. So put it in my fridge or in one of my parks that I bought so my robots could learn how to log. Get money, 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 motherfucker.
And yes, my P.O. box is in the bio if anybody wants to send me, boomy things, whatever. You can send that. And also, I haven't seen him down there, but Gorilla Biscuits, if you're there, he sent me 2 books and Saint Simeon wood carving that I'm going to have to have Katie do it because she's my decorator. I'm going to put back there somewhere. I appreciate the stuff. Gorilla Biscuits, and I've actually started reading one of the books. So shout out to all the donors, and let's keep going. Let's get through the rest of the content.
Oh yeah, this stupid bitch can call in. She ain't gonna fucking call in though. She knows. Her dumb ass knows that what I'm about to fucking go through is 100% true. If she wants to call in, she could tag me in the fucking chat and she can fucking call in. I'll take her to fucking task right here live. Fucking idiot. This unbelievable fucking retard did all this shit to herself, and then I can't believe you did this to me, Andrew. Anyway, this was the first thing I said to her. Don't work with female streamers. A bad fucking idea. Bad idea because they lose their fucking minds. They just can't. They cannot separate fiction from nonfiction. They cannot separate it. Fuck that and fuck her. Fuck this bitch. I didn't tell anybody to unsubscribe from her channel. I'm telling them now. Unsubscribe from this chick. Don't send her anything. Give her nothing. Fucking worthless, fucking old bag, worthless bitch. What?
The hatred and malice. Shout out to Andrew, Rachel, and Mr. E. I know that you three are watching. I doubt Rob Nor is. Just because from my little poking, my little private investigations, I feel like Rob is a bit more spooked about this lawsuit than the Wilsons are. So anyways, shout out to them. I know that they're watching. Folks, let's support the Katie Marriage Fund for There's Nothing Better Than a Happy Woman on Vacation. Also, Katie's birthday is in 2 days, by the way. Thank you, Chuck, for the donation.
I bawled so hard they thought I was a fucking nutsack. I got so much cheese in my pocket, they thought I was a fucking calzone.
Let's keep going.
What a worthless fucking bitch. What a crazy psychopathic fucking bitch. She acts like I'm her ex fucking boyfriend or ex-husband or something. Get rid of this fucking broad. She's fucking worthless. You don't need to view anything she ever does. You don't need to ever deal with this fucking chick again, ever. She just exposed that she's an online prostitute now. She takes her clothing off for money. That's what she did. She took off her clothes in order to get you to buy her product as a resident of she's an ever does. You don't
Let's listen to that again.
need to ever deal with this fucking chick again, ever. She just exposed that she's an online prostitute now. She takes her clothing off for money. That's what she did. She took off her clothes in order to get you to buy her product as a resident.
Let's break it down a little bit. He just called her a prostitute. Prostitution is defined legally, right? It's illegal to do in Maryland, basically everywhere but Nevada, as far as I believe, in the U.S. A prostitute sells sex for money. When you call somebody a prostitute, you're accusing them of committing a crime. Now, again, none of this is legal advice. It's just internet sleuthery, right? This is just my own thoughts. That right there, in my understanding of defamation law, is defamation per se. There are 4 things. I'm rolling off memory here. I don't have it pulled up. Rolling off memory. So forgive me if I'm mistaken on something. There are 4 types of defamation per se. Per se means that defamation per se, you don't need to demonstrate malice with defamation per se. The claims are egregious enough that they're just assumed to be malicious, if untrue. One of those 4 types of defamation per se is accusing somebody of a crime. By calling her a prostitute, he's accusing her of a crime. I do not believe that she would need to prove malice or damages for that to meet the that claim as being defamation. Again, could be wrong. Just a retard in a cowboy hat. Just part of the homeless camp. Looking forward to the Texas vacation. Let's keep going.
Resident online prostitute, now affirmed resident on
prostitute affirmed
to buy her product as a resident online prostitute, now affirmed resident online prostitute, meaning online e-girl takes clothes off for money. She's now taken to hooking on the internet. She's now taken to online prostitution, where she's going to sell her nudes using clothing that's clearly a ripoff of my logo. So she turned to essentially online prostitution.
even if we just focus on the parts where he's like essentially right, he kind of dabbles off into qualifiers here. What's up, Joe Cool? You missed a clip with you in it earlier. Even if we assume that, even if we just grant that he wasn't talking about that he didn't call her prostitute several times without any qualifiers, and say treat it like he's just accusing her of selling nudes. Well, she wasn't doing that either. You can look at the thumbnail of this video. That is the picture that he's saying was the nudes she was selling. Again, let me read some legal definitions from Maryland, the state which this lawsuit is taking place in. Defamation, false statement of fact, published to a third party, exposing plaintiffs to scorn, hatred, contempt, ridicule, or harming reputation by claiming that she's a prostitute or even that she's selling nudes when she wasn't. Those are false statement of facts, published to YouTube, the third party, exposing the plaintiff to all those things, which she definitely did get. You could go to the comments of here. I don't know if she deleted the comments that are particularly malicious or not. You can look at the comments of some of my videos. Hell, I've been asked where her nudes are for sale after he did this more times than I got fingers, right? So there's definitely people running around now treating her like an internet prostitute or acting like she's selling nudes, asking me where to get them. The fact is that they don't exist. The closest thing to a nude that she ever published is on the thumbnail of this video. And Andrew knew that when he made this statement. Oh, and there's a few more definitions. Invasion of privacy / false light. Publicly placing plaintiff in a highly offensive false light before the public. Okay. Tortious interference with economic opportunities. I feel like I've covered that a lot of times. Gross negligence. This one might come into play here. Reckless disregard of manifest duty or consequences. So, and then the extortion piece doesn't, that's the other law that I've got pulled up over here. Doesn't really come into play here.
Driven to online prostitution because she wanted to get rid of you and you left. Therefore, you destroyed her life. Now selling her nudes for the low price of $30, I guess, if you guys want to go buy them. How do I get back at Andrew in the Crucible? Oh, wait, I know. I'll 304 myself out. That'll show him. Sarah Homedo, yeah. Turn to a life of online prostitution as our drunken blonde online or engaging now in online prostitution friend has some words of wisdom for yours truly. You know what I did to this guy? What? I posed nude on the internet. And now she gets to go, you're so worried and concerned about your kids. I can't wait for you one day to explain to them how mommy took off all of her clothes to teach the smoky man a lesson. She was dating me in her mind. She had a relationship with me in her mind. Completely made up, fictitious thing in her own mind. That's a lesson for your kids then, I guess. The lesson for your kids is if a guy makes you upset on the internet, you should take off your clothes to teach him a lesson. Now you get to go and explain to him, listen, little whatever your name is, Sarah, little Sarah. If a mean, smoky man on the internet makes you mad one day, what you should do is pose naked in his jersey. That'll teach him. That'll learn him. Is all everybody will ever do is piss off little Sarah then? Oh, it's so funny. That's all anybody will ever do. They'll just purposely make them mad so that they'll send them nudes in their jersey. They're fucking so stupid, dude. Hey, Sarah, you want to really teach them a lesson? Send me some pictures of your nudes and I'll put them on a poster. Sarah's like, okay. Send me your nudes and I'll put them on a poster for you, okay? No, instead I get, you ruined my life and are attacking my children. Now take these nudes, you fucker. Asked where I could get nudes live on X, and she deleted the chat and disappeared for 10 minutes right after it appeared. Coincidence? I think not. A big believer in making the decision to put my nudes out on the internet directed towards Andrew. me, this is diabolical. The idea that you would specifically put your lewds and nudes together, utilizing my logo, and then making a mission statement about my business, company, and channel in order to get my attention is fucking sick. That is sick stuff.
Let me take a little pause here and thank the same anonymous PayPaler brings in the third whale this evening. He says, "Happy birthday, Katie, and please have the best vacay ever. Much respect, brother. Much respect to the anonymous donor and for him, the fucking whale."
Money ain't a motherfucking bribe. It's a sport I invented to win when I watch. You know all the rights and the lights and the locks. Even know all the ice and the Sprite. You just try to get money.
Money of your motherfucking life. 2-ton angel carved out of ice. Alligator sailboat, $ ice. Fill a warehouse full of Van Goghs twice. Get money.
Money or your motherfucking heart. I could give it to my dog. He makes money when he barks. So put it in my fridge or in one of my parks that I bought so my robots can learn how to law. Get money.
Shout out to the anonymous whale who's just jumping in and out of the ocean today. And the rest of you, this is a lonely whale out here. Free Willy needs company. If you don't know, whale donos are $50. Any single donation of $50 or more makes you a whale. Don't leave Free Willy out there alone with no like school of other orcas. Become a whale yourself. Something else. I saw something that I wanted to hit before we got back into it. And now I think I lost it. Oh, well, let's go.
Okay. I'm a happily married man. I don't want to see your fucking nudes. Thank you. I definitely don't want you to be bastardizing my logo. Why would anybody ever think this was a good idea to make a nude calendar to own Andrew? Look at my tits, Andrew. Look. Huh? Do you like the decisions that led to things now, Mr. Smarty Pants? Look at me. I'm naked. Look, Andrew. Mr. Decision-y man. Fucking sick. Fuck, dude. Is the pale orc Sarah crawling from the depths of Mordor again? Smoky Man bad. Yes, but this time literally posing in the nude, wearing only a jacket that has a messed up Crucible logo on it in order to get my attention.
That's what I was going to say. So when we did this, when she told me what she was going to do, that she's going to take those pictures, my response was, fucking why? I didn't get it. I was like, you're good. This dude's shitting on you and you're going to like take sexy pictures in his jacket. Like kind of like he alluded to earlier, like, oh no. I was like, what the fuck kind of a terrible ass non-troll troll is that? I was wrong though. He's like coming apart at the seams. Panelverse sends in 2 maple leaves. Thank you, sir.
Game's over, losers. I have all the money. Compare your lives to mine and then kill yourselves.
Let's roll.
That's where we have gone. We have now gone to the Andrew Wilson is attacking my children. Don't know how the fuck we ever got there. No idea how we got there. But I definitely don't know how she's going to explain to little Jimmy, Tommy, and Sarah Jr. why it is that she decided to own her, quote, tormentor by sending him her nudes. The fact that she thinks that I'm her ex-husband, that I'm her ex-boyfriend. That's what she thinks in her head.
There's a lot of talking that he's doing here. Like a lot of claims being made, a lot of kids being referenced.
Ed is now sending me lewds and nudes, targeting me with them. It's like, why are you fucking putting your lewds and nudes out there in order to get my attention? She's going to try to bait me in with her fucking nudes. Well, these people always think they're just like, oh, we can mess with you. I guess from now on, you could just ask Sarah for nudes. Where can I find your nudes? Where can I find your nudes, Sarah?
I had forgot about that. He sent people to go ask her about her nudes. But Andrew, this would fly directly in the face of what you said in the clip we watched earlier on my panel when you were like, I have a zero harassment policy. Now you're sending people to go ask her about nudes because you're saying she's an internet prostitute and that she's selling nudes, neither of which is true.
Now, not Mr. Enigmatic Moon, if you would be so kind.
Chuck says solicitation, maybe. I don't know. I didn't pull the legal definition for solicitation, but possibly.
As to blacken out all of the risque parts of this photo of this chick being fully nude, except, wearing a jacket, I would appreciate it. The frontal shot, just blacken out the entirety of the frontal shot. Now, in this, she's not wearing my jacket. She's wearing, whatever this fucking merch is that she's trying to sell. That's what she's wearing. And you can blacken out that too, Moon. But that's what she's wearing. Because the Crucible only left her with a jacket. What a fucking nutcase, dude. These people are fucking nutcases. What kind of obsessive fucking lunatic takes my merch and then bastardizes it so that they could pose fucking naked with it? Moon blackened all this out for me. Thank you, Moon. 1 second. I'll show this to you. Hang on. Sorry, guys. What the hell just happened? Did you guys see that? Did it not come up? All of this has been blackened out because it's all nude. Not only did I decide that I was going to bastardize it.
Zoom in if you got to. Do what you need to do to see that. All this has been blackened out because she's nude. That picture without the black is on the thumbnail of this stream that I'm doing right now. You can clearly see everything is covered. There's no tits, there's no ass, there's no vagine, nothing. So this entire thing he's doing right here is bullshit.
Out because it's all nude. Not only did I decide that I was going to...
You see a belly button and a little bit of underboob.
Bastardize his logo, make it obvious it's a bastardization of his logo, which is highly illegal, by the way. And trademark.
Shout out to underboob, by the way. Can we get some emojis in the chat for some underboob? Let's drop bombs for underboob.
But I'm also going to make sure that I do it in the most provocative and risque way possible by shooting myself nude inside of it, only wearing this thing. That'll teach him. You have 250K subs. She has 15K subs. Why do you care? Shut your fucking mouth. Stop trying to fucking tell me that when people are constantly attacking me that I'm not allowed to say anything about it because I'm just too big. I already did the bigger thing. I already tried to just walk away, not say anything, not do anything, just go along my fucking merry little way. But guess what? All these people understand is they don't understand that. They only understand when you hit them back. That's all they get. They never understand anything else. They only understand when there's punishment back. Bastardizing my logo, which is, by the way, that's actionable. You can't steal brands and then twist them and then put yourself in nude with them. That is not, you're not allowed to do that. That's trademarked. It's very obvious who this was directed to because she put it in the post that this was directed towards the Crucible, meaning that they're ripping us off and then trying to promote herself nude. That's very easy to prove brand damages. So like, yeah, that's just fucking crazy to me. That is fucking crazy to me. Like, how do you think that would make a person's wife and family feel that you're being targeted with somebody's fucking nude images that they demand you look at? For me, it's the same exact thing as if a random person sent a chick a dick pic. It's the same shit. They can sexualize everything to the point where they pose in nude with your company logo. It's fucking sick. When you start doing the like provocative nude poses, wearing the garments of the company you have an issue with your middle fingers and
I don't have the link to her to the original photo handy that he pulled up from her merch. Maybe if she's still watching, she can send me the link. But what I do have, so that you guys don't have to switch off the tab, is here. You see that thumbnail of the live that we're on right now? That's the full unedited. It's black and whited. I have to do my look right, but of my thumbnails. But that's the full picture. Clearly, no matter how much people screenshot and zoom, there's no, you can't see anything. It's not nude.
I'm coming for you. They now have a series of products using my logo, right? They took my logo and bastardized it. So what Sarah says is, if you know the drama, you know the Crucible crew stripped this ripe tomato of everything and left behind this one single jacket. Join our troll brigade and help show Make Tomato great again. Rolled poster prints that bring back cinematic energy walls and creative spaces. And then she goes on and on and on about these poster prints. You'll never guess what these poster prints are. The poster prints are of Sarah completely naked except for wearing my jacket. I'm not kidding. Not kidding. She is totally naked except for wearing my jacket. And she put that on a poster and is selling it. Let me explain this again for those of you who don't understand how psychotic what I just said is. This crazy fucking lunatic who thinks I'm her ex-boyfriend now, okay, and somehow was responsible for taking care of her and her fucking children for the rest of their lives for reasons nobody could ever fucking comprehend or understand, has made a series of posters where she's completely naked except for wearing the jacket I gave her. Now, just remember, all you ladies out there, apparently the best way to get back at me is to pose naked and then send the pictures. But no, can't do that. We got to.
Thank you. Hold on. Let's pull up the originals that he's talking about. Why is my internet starting to run slow? Oh no. Let's zoom in. Yeah. Squint. No vagina. Nothing sticking. Nothing. No, nothing. Nothing. Let's go back and look at this one. All right, guys, let me get out of the way here. This is the most salacious one. Nothing. Under boob. You can even see that she's wearing panties there. There's not a damn pube. There's nothing. This is fucking bullshit, Andrew. Bullshit. Wasting everybody's time. Wasting everybody's fucking time, Andrew.
Take naked pictures of ourselves and fucking Andrew's and twist Andrew's logo and then pose in it. That'll learn him. Nothing screams I've utterly destroyed my enemy like draping their merch over your naked body and hitting post. Truly Sun Tzu of content views. I agree. Just like getting naked in your fucking logo of your jacket. Nothing says fucking that she decided to put lewds out online using a bastardized version of my logo so that you knew she was speaking directly to me. Look at my naked body, Andrew. Look at my naked body, Andrew. What a sick fuck. What a sick fucking person. Look at me naked. Look, are you looking? Do you see this? Huh? Who the fuck told her that would be a good idea? Who the fuck went to Sarah and was like, you know what you should really do? Get totally fucking naked and put on a jacket that associates you with Andrew's brand. So that you know that this is directed specifically towards him, a married man. You want him to look at your naked body. Right? The very first time that really I engaged in a debate on this chick's channel, the guy I was debating, she was having sex with that guy. She was fucking the guy. who I was debating with. And I literally had to ask her in DMs, am I going to have to worry about bias during this debate, considering you're fucking my debate opponent? Considering that you're fucking this guy, should I have to worry about the fact that there could be some biases going on here? That was my very first experience there on behalf of fucking this idiot who's now attacking me every chance she gets and claiming that I'm after her kids like a psychopath. Why did Andrew do that? Because I'd had a previous conversation with Sarah. Her big issue was access. She didn't have any access to people. It's a big problem streamers have. They don't have access. They don't have access to large names. They don't have access to any of that. Well, Word War Debate.
Type a 1 in the chat if you're naked underneath your clothes right now. Type a 2 in the chat if you're just naked.
Right, is a place where whoever is doing this particular job as the booker also acts as the liaison, which means they get to kind of run into these larger names. They get to actually have access to these larger names. And that way, Sarah could then, if she wanted to, you know, she could communicate with them, have her on her show, this and that, and then she had access. That was the whole point, right? Access. So I wrote this fucking bitch a golden ticket. I wrote that.
Pharmacat put a 0, which leads me to believe that she's clothed underneath her clothes. Oxycat is doing the full, what's that, Arrested Development? Tobias. She's doing the full Tobias Funke where she showers in jean shorts.
This stupid clown bitch a golden fucking ticket. Literally wrote it. Here's a golden ticket written. Not only are you making thousands upon thousands of dollars off of my back monthly, me going over and doing your show, right? All from me, by the way. None of it's from her. None of it was from her. What, maybe a couple $100 a month? Got her involved with the BaitCon so that she could meet all of the various, high-profile debaters who were coming in there, and she could network there. Then on top of that, wrote her a golden fucking ticket to have access to the biggest names in this fucking industry coming out to Word War Debate. Even negotiated a salary out for her for thousands of dollars per month to do this job. Call her up. Hey, are you interested in doing this? Oh my God, it's my dream come true. Oh, it's my dream. Oh, thank you, Andrew. Oh, Andrew. Oh, thank you so much for this opportunity. It's the best. You're the best. You're so wonderful. Thank you for doing this for me. Oh, thank you. It means so much. Okay, well, you got to be a team player, though. It's a team effort. It's not just a couple of streamers getting together. It's a very large organization. And you gotta be a team player. You want to be a part of this. Of course, of course. Oh my God, thank you. Oh God, thank you so much for the opportunity. Oh my God, thank you. Oh, you're so great. Oh.
What a douche mocking somebody for being courteous and grateful. Chuckson's in $2. He says, shows you Oxycat is a good Southern girl. We knew that about Oxycat. But if you come at her wrong, she might get you with the corkscrew.
Go away.
Let's continue.
Fucking bullshit. And 2 days fucking later, this chick, wake up, Rob Norris talking about an event that happened between her and him the night before, showing clips. And of course, some of these guys from this organization are watching. They know Rob. Why the fuck isn't this going to be the booker? Isn't this supposed to be the booker? What a stupid fucking idiot, dude. Golden fucking ticket. All of her dreams. All of her fucking dreams written on a golden ticket. She didn't have to do anything. She didn't deserve any of it. She didn't earn any of it. Right? All done 100% through the graciousness. Didn't earn any of it. And it's like, oh my God, you fucking idiot. So, of course, You guys know the rest with the public falling out. This stupid fucking broad attacking a member of a team that she just agreed to be a part of that wrote her a golden ticket. Literally wrote her a golden ticket. Everything that she ever could have wanted.
All right, so he's directly tying himself to her economic success. Again, I'm not gonna bother, reading the legal definitions again and again and again. But obviously, he's cementing here his source, that he is the source of her economic activity, and that he is intentionally nixing it.
The reason that I don't even blame her, but blame me. The reason I blame me is, one, I violated my own rule of not working with fucking women in this space ever. It always ends up bad. Right? But two, the fact of the matter is that attempting to help a person who hasn't earned it almost always ends up blowing up in your face. For some reason, people become extraordinarily entitled. They become very entitled, like they deserve. Like she deserved to be making money off of me. She deserved to have these things happen for her. Instead of looking at through the prism of gratitude, instead of looking through it at the prism of, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all of these wonderful opportunities which have literally just been handed to me. Instead, they look at it as as some sort of entitlement. After it's all said and done, this stupid bitch DMs me and wants to get paid $3,000 for her not doing anything at DebateCon. She wanted $3,000 fucking dollars for me. She wanted
the $3,000 he just said he would pay her in the previous clip for the work that she did in fact do. Yeah. What she didn't get paid for, that she does deserve, is her trip, which he was going to comp entirely out of his pocket. However, obviously, after this shit show, she was no longer going to DebateCon. So Andrew throwing this bitch fit and saying all sorts of nonsense saved him at least conservatively. What do plane tickets cost? I don't know, $1,000. I mean, shit. We're driving because it's the cheaper option, and we just put down. It'll cost about probably $500 in gas and rental. Probably more, actually, because we got a Bronco.
Me to pay her this for her not doing anything.
It's not counting room and board. That's not counting meals. That's not counting event access. That's not counting. Who knows? Was she going to get a car there? We don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess she would know what the details of her arrangement was. But
at DebateCon, she didn't go. She didn't do anything. And what she said is, well, you didn't allow me to do my job, as though that matters.
It does matter. It does matter. If you hire somebody to do a job and then prevent them from accessing the job site, it does matter.
You don't get paid. Fucking crazy. So what did I do? I said, if this will get you the fuck away from me forever, I'll go ahead and pay it, because $3,000 is definitely worth you going the fuck away forever. Paid it. I just went ahead and paid her the $3,000. Same fucking night she does a stream attacking me. Same night.
But if he wanted her to go away forever, he would shut the fuck up and stop talking about her. He wouldn't do stream after stream after stream about her being a prostitute. In his words, right? He wouldn't be doing this stream right now. That's all about her. The stream is called Rotten Tomatoes. It's about her. He doesn't want to be left alone.
Most entitled fucking bitches on planet Earth, these fucking people. Most entitled. And then complained that I just didn't pay her fast enough, though the event had just ended. such a nutcase. Now it's
didn't pay her fast enough because the date that you said you would pay her had passed, I believe, 3 times. I'll pay you this day, passed. Pay you this day, passed. Pay you this day, passed. Finally, she went live with a stream that was titled "Pay Me Andrew Wilson." Guess what happened? That got the bill paid. Guess whose idea that was? Fuck around with the homeless camp. Ninja.
Let's divide our assets. Oh, but wait, it gets better.
Okay, we got a couple more clips. Here's the deal. We got 2 more clips. They're both fairly short. After that, I'm going to drop the link for the club owner tiers. That means if you're a club owner tier member, that's the $20 a month membership level on YouTube. If you are a club owner member, you will have access to the StreamYard link. You can join the panel. Everybody else, I asked you to not leave Willie alone out there, but Willie is alone. So if I can get one more whale to help keep Willie company out here, then I'll open it up to everybody. But regardless, club owner tier members will get to join. So if you just want to skip all that shit and get yourself up, become a club owner tier member. It's $20 a month. It's the best $20 you can spend legally, in my opinion. Of course, not financial advice, just grifting. All right, let me pull up what's next. You know what? We're going to skip this one. We're going to skip that one for now. That was the short one. It's less than a minute long. Locksmith Jeremy, member for 13 months, showing off his club owner status. That's right. Locksmith Jeremy has access. Are you? Katie came in here and she brought me. She said, "When you want, put on the black shirt underneath that. The white shirt doesn't go with the hat." What the fuck do I know about dressing myself or matching colors? Nothing. Like nothing. So, during this video, I'll probably be changing. All right, but let's get you set up first. Share this tab. Full screen nap, biatch. Here we go. Last clip.
Women who do this kind of thing, they're going to do it to somebody else. And that person may not be in a position to defend themselves. And this is the great difference between me and most people, is that when it comes to just simply materialism or doing the right thing, I tend to actually move towards the right thing. Stupid me. But yes, but let me give you a bunch of caveats here. I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to lay it all out so that you understand everything front to back. There is absolutely no reason for you to have high hopes that we're going to win. That's a fact. None. You should have no high hopes of that. Nor am I going to make that promise, because I could easily lose this. Defamation is very difficult to prove. Slander is difficult to prove, even in the UK. It's difficult. Also, if my attorneys advise me in the course of this lawsuit that it is no longer viable,
bro, you are so fucking muted.
Well, that sucks to suck. You guys all missed it.
That my chances of winning are so abysmal that all I'll be doing at that point is wasting money, I'm not going to continue the lawsuit. Okay? I'm not going to. But I will promise this. As long as it is viable, and my attorneys tell me that it's viable and that there's a pathway, I will continue the suit.
So what he's doing right now is he's grifting for a different lawsuit. For some reason, this dude is raising money for a lawsuit that he may pursue, but ignoring the fuck out of the lawsuit that's leveled against him that he, Sarah, the Crucible business, and Rob Knorr have all been served with. Me speculates, read the banner, right? Me speculates that he's lying to his audience to raise money for his defense. And that the entire thing he's doing with this chick in the UK that he's threatening to sue but hasn't filed a lawsuit, that the entire thing is bullshit. And all he's doing is trying to lie to his audience to raise money for a defense for the lawsuit that he and Rachel and Rob refuse to talk about. This dude, Andrew Wilson, is surrounded. He's got Rob Knorr on one side and Rachel Wilson on the other side. These are the two loudmouthest bitches on the internet, and nobody's saying a damn thing about the lawsuit.
Now, that said, if I'm told that it's not viable, let's say I've raised $200,000 on Kickstarter or something like that to fund the suit. If I'm at any point told that this is no longer viable and not to push ahead with it, I'm also keeping the money for pain and damages and anguish.
What's the lawsuit? What's her name? Tilly. Somebody help me out in the chat. Some chick named Tilly, I believe her name is. She's a social media influencer. I think a TikToker. Again, I'm rolling off memory, so I'm going to be inaccurate with some details. But the gist of it is there's an influencer who lives in the UK who called Andrew a grapist. And she played a clip of Andrew saying that he grapes his wife. And so he's saying that's defamation or slander. I don't remember which one. Anyways, he's saying he's raising funds for a lawsuit against her that he hasn't filed yet. Tilly. Thank you, Tilly. But like you just said, if he decides not to file, he's keeping the money, which pretty sure is against the terms of I think he's got a GoFundMe. Pretty sure it's against the GoFundMe terms of service, but I don't know. Anyways, like I said, I think that this whole Tilly bullshit is just a front to raise funds for a defense about a lawsuit that he don't want to talk about because he's scared that the homeless camp is moving in to his $1 million fucking Texas mansion.
Understand? I'm keeping it. Whatever the difference is, for pain and anguish. As well I deserve. So if any of that goes against your moral paradigms in any way, shape, or form, then don't donate to it. Got it? She can countersue for what? What are you going to sue me for? I've never met her, never done business with her. She has no grounds to sue me for anything.
Let me back that up.
What? She can countersue for what? What are you going to sue me for? I've never met her, never done business with her. She has no grounds to sue me for anything.
When Andrew gets nervous, he clears his throat like that. That's it. Watch for that tell. The reason that comment that made him nervous, because he said, I never met her. I never did business with her. Giving away that those are two important things for a lawsuit. Guess who he did meet and did do business with? Sarah. Why would that make you nervous, Andrew? We're talking about the Tilly lawsuit. No, we're not talking about the Tilly lawsuit. He's raising money for the Sarah lawsuit, and he's lying to his audience. And he got nervous because he just got caught up talking about the Tilly situation and kind of stepped on his own toes with the real lawsuit, the Sarah situation. Let's listen to that again.
She can countersue for what? What are you going to sue me for? I've never met her, never done business with her. She has no grounds to sue me for anything.
Shout out to Nukes. Drops in $8. Says clowns for the clown Andrew Wilson. Let's keep rolling. We're almost done. 3 more minutes.
Let her sue. For what? What's she going to sue me for? Calling her a dummy? Here's a modicum of cash to say thank you for pursuing this. Well, don't give me the cash here. I'll set up a GoFundMe, but I'm going to give her an opportunity first in the spirit of good faith and charitability. I'm going to give her an offer or the opportunity to just make a video retweet. Super easy. Just show an ounce of humility for once in your fucking life. Just show an ounce of humility. I'm a father. I'm a husband. You don't get to run around on other people's shows calling me the R word. Not with...
Showing out... Am I unmuted? Yeah. Show an ounce of humility, Andrew. Do a public apology. Apologize. She's a mother. She's an ex-wife. And you're running around on the internet calling her a prostitute, saying that she sells nudes. All these things are false. At least with the Tilly situation, she quoted you saying you grape your wife.
You don't even have a single instance of an accusation of impropriety, let alone anything like that. You don't even have a...
Now you do.
Text message where I was inappropriate with somebody one time in history. You don't even have that.
Uh-huh.
Nothing. There's no reason for her to have believed this in any way, shape, or form, and I don't think that a jury will think that she had any reason to do so. So, and that's what my attorney here says. So that's what I'm going to do.
That's what my attorney here says. Well, hopefully he hasn't retained the services of... Where'd he go? Saw him down there. No. Of 10th Man and 10th Man. Because 10th Man is my internet attorney, and he's the best, my fake internet attorney. He's the best fake internet attorney in the business. 10th Man and 10th Man. Frequently called 20th Man. Also, of course, who can forget Sasquatch, who's backstage flipping me off. And here, let me, I know I just said this, but she can countersue for what? Sounds like he's talking about a suit where he is the plaintiff. Yes, you must have stepped out for a minute, Mitch Levin. He is, and he's talking about, he's raising funds for a lawsuit that he's proposing that hasn't been filed, but he's thinking about doing against a content creator in the UK named Tilly for defamation. So he's done all this publicity and all this fundraising for a lawsuit in which he might be a plaintiff at the same time that he's getting hit with a lawsuit where he is the defendant that he's saying nothing about. So what I'm speculating or proposing is that he has no intention to sue Tilly at all. He's just lying to his audience to raise money for a defense again for the Sarah lawsuit. I think the Tilly thing is complete bullshit.
Why don't you use your own money for the suit? I suppose I could. Why doesn't she use her own money for the defense? Destiny's putting up $100K. Remember that for her defense? How come she's not using her own money for the defense, you fuck? I would much rather use your money and then keep it if there's no more viable option. And I'm going to be completely upfront about it. Anybody got a problem with that? Don't fucking donate to it. Pretty simple. Pretty easy. But you're rich? Well, I guess I'm about to be a lot richer. Will you cover the ongoing pressing Sarah Field situation? No.
Yeah, I chain smoke like a motherfucker in here. For you guys. I'm chain smoking for you guys. All right, here's what's going to happen. I need to take a piss break. I need to take a piss break. Whoop. Whoop. Yeah. Yeah. All right. There you go. There's the link. Club Owner Tier. If you're a Club Owner Tier member, you can go to that link and you'll be able to see the top post, and it has the link to join the StreamYard panel. If you're not a Club Owner Tier member, you will not be able to see the link. I'm going to open the panel to Club Owner Tier members. Again, if you would like to become one, become a Club Owner Tier member. It's $20 a month. Fantastic investment. Sarah sends in $5. She says, "Pay Dusty." Indeed. Thank you, ma'am. But like I said earlier, we've had one whale that's been jumping in and out of the ocean all day long, but only one of them. Willie needs a friend. So for me to open the panel to the public and drop the link to everybody, I need one more whale to join them. A whale donation is a $50 or above donation. One whale. I just need one more whale and we'll open the panel. But right now, let me play you a song while I take a piss. When I get back, we'll bring up the Club Owner Tier members.